Welcome to Tablestory for the final episode of A State of Affairs, a holiday in Mayford, our wintry, Christmassy special of the previous A State of Affairs that was not in winter and was definitely not set around the Christmas time. I'm trying very hard to keep a straight face because all of these nonsense gremlins have been being ridiculous, but right before we went on camera, so... But it's lovely to see you all. Thank you so much for joining us. I have no idea how we're going to resolve half of the things that we have to resolve in 3 hours. So I will keep our intros short and we'll dive right into it. But this is Tablestory. If you do not know about Tablestory, well, welcome. They run RPGs here multiple times a week, almost every day practically. If you would like to support this channel and everything that they do, you can check out the Patreon link that will be in the chat, or you can obviously subscribe here on Twitch. But just being here, hanging out, watching the stream is super appreciated and very awesome. So I'm just gonna have everybody be really quickly introduce themselves and the character that they're playing, and then we're gonna try and figure out how to resolve everything in 3 hours. Let's start with Trooper.
So, I am Nonsense Gremlin number 1, and I may or may not have been part of the reason that Random Tuesday could not keep a straight face. Although that might actually just be, you know what?
Who are you playing?
Yeah, I'm playing Cuthbert, Lord Cuthbert Ashby, the youngest, probably, of the Ashby siblings, and I am. Look, there may be scandal and also rumor and also shenanigans, and I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy to spend this Saturday with this crew who are so awesome. And I'll leave my sappiness for the end. But thank you for being here.
All right, let's go to the elder Ashby, Lexi.
I'm so old. Hello.
You really are.
I'm Lex Games. I play Lady Florence Ashby. I'm secretly pregnant and possibly getting married. Can't wait to find out which comes first. It's not the baby, I promise.
I hope not. Oh, imagine. Speaking of getting married,
out of nowhere, she's 10 months pregnant. She wasn't
Florence,
last week, but she is now.
That's actually why Edward knew.
Merkles.
The whole time.
She's just been really bad at
She's been
figuring
8
out.
months pregnant the whole time.
She's just like, everybody knows.
They think they will figure it out. Hi, I'm Merkles. I'm playing Edward Pembroke for y'all today. I can't wait to see what happens. My goodness.
And Bonsai.
Hello, I am Bonsai Baby, and I am playing, of course, Scarlet, who is, of course, the nicest, sweetest character that everyone loves, totally. Doesn't say anything wrong at all. No.
She's the best. And I am Random Tuesday. I will be your facilitator today. You will notice, and just as a reminder for anyone who is somewhat unfamiliar with the system, you'll notice that everybody plays like one major character, and they'll also be playing multiple minor characters, and then I'll be filling in kind of the rest of all of our friends and acquaintances and frenemies and just straight up enemies. But you will see them switch character multiple times. That is normal, and that is part of this system. We are playing Good Society, which is a Jane Austen inspired RPG, and you should definitely go check it out. It's very cool. All right, so we have a lot happening. I believe we left off with more blackmail. Right? There was more. There was just it wasn't additional blackmail. It was just like a reminder that they are still being blackmailed. So we have Florence being blackmailed for 5,000 guineas.
It was a polite reminder, you know, just yes.
by a mysterious unknown individual.
No one knows who it could be.
That blackmail is give me money or I will tell the world about all of your horrible secrets, which largely is that she is pregnant. We have the wedding that has been moved up and is now happening, and I believe we decided that like the wedding was tomorrow in our previous episode, so it is rapidly approaching. And naturally, Cuthbert has planned the wedding to happen on the day of the pageant because that is the most dramatic. So we have we have a pageant that is happening, which involves all of the children in Mayford, and there is an individual coming with a child to be part of this pageant that we don't know much about, other than she is full of feelings, and we have. What else did we have going on? Oh, last time Edward was in a coma very briefly. He was attacked. There was some sort of just a small coma. It's easy to forget,
I forgot my own fiance was in a coma.
I forgot
you
I was
didn't
in a
know,
coma.
Florence. He just
Fair.
disappeared.
Fair, but as
Yeah.
an adult human, I did know that.
And there was just his horse, Windblade, with blood. It was very
Yeah.
dramatic.
Came to find you.
Just like Flicka or Lassie.
Yeah. So there was some foul play that resulted in an accident. Heinrich is going to London to Edward's mother, who we then later found out she's vanished. We're not sure where she is. She's run off. Edward is making his way back post haste to Florence, his beloved, who doesn't know what happened to him. I don't think we had their reunion, correct, last time? No, they have not met each other. So do we want to just kind of pick up where we left off at the sort of the eve before the wedding, or perhaps the morning of the wedding?
I should just point out for the record that because I think it's important, because I don't want to forget like the important details, that Roger is the father, according to him, to the letter he sent to her mother, to
the mother.
Florence's. Yeah.
That's
so
right.
That Roger is the father of Florence's baby, and Lady Ashby has that letter, and he made the ask of her hand in marriage to make her a good, legitimate woman, and also threw a little bit of shade about his dearest friend and business partner, Edward Pembroke. Just
Just a touch of shade.
Yeah.
We also know that Victoria Ashby wants to talk to Florence, so maybe that's where we can start off. And Scarlett sent a message to her friend Loki to help with a shipment to the Indies. So,
because Loki has a set of particular skills.
yes, Loki does have a set of particular skills.
that
Hard
might
to
be
say what
kidnapping.
that is all about and who that is
Murder.
for.
A skill set most foul.
So, Florence, your mom wants to talk.
Great. I'm very excited.
I assume William has come and told you that the lady wants to speak with you.
Spectacular. Mother? Mommy? What is it?
Florence, dear, could you
Yes?
please come inside and close the door? We have
Yes,
a
of course.
discussion to make.
Right. Yes, door's closed. I'm quite busy today, Mother. I am getting married.
This is the morning. I don't know what time it is anymore because, I've just been ailing. And in my poor health and ailing, I've gotten... Oh, first it was the attack yesterday that happened with that uncivilized harlot that I don't know why your brother even lit in to stay in our house. But besides the fact...
Oh, are you talking about Roger? He is so uncivilized.
It is so funny that you are talking to this, of course, your poor ailing mother, who is on constant bedridden between you and your brother. I have grayed so much earlier than I should have. Here, read this, what has been sent to me.
Okay. Yes, of course. I will open that up. What is this? Is this basically Roger being like, I knocked her up and now we're gonna get married?
Exactly, yes.
Okay.
But
Mother.
with flowery kind words, because it's being written to the mom, like how
Mother.
much I cared about the mother.
No,
and
do not. It's okay. I obviously, in my failing old ailing age.
Mother,
my
I am
ailing
pregnant.
age.
Mother, I am pregnant. I'm pregnant. That part's true. But it is with my soon-to-be husband's child, and not Roger. He's a pathological liar and a nincompoop, actually, if you were to ask me any questions whatsoever
Oh, thank
about him.
God! I was so worried that.
Oh, he's got the nastiest
you were with
disposition,
that.
Mother.
Well, at least it's with Edward, and you know, I like I said before. I mean, I want you to marry for love. That is, if it was me several years ago, or you know, I had, of course, a different story to tell.
Could I spend a resolve token?
Yes. What is it?
Could I spend a resolve token? And you know, we can discuss this. You know, I just note that some people whose names are Edward Pembroke have a negative reputation tag for being secretive, and I just feel like it is perhaps Lady Victoria Ashby might be suspicious of Edward a little bit, you know? I just feel like...
And my true feelings, if she's been hearing some rumors and such
Yeah,
things.
perhaps
So she may not like Roger, but that doesn't mean she likes Edward.
I'm just saying that perhaps she's, you know, a bit suspicious about our Edwards. And I'm just here to get rid of your negative tags,
All right,
Merkles, because I care.
I like it. All right, so that secretive tag is gone, and the lady is a
my
little
dear.
suspicious, though.
My dear, as I just reach for it, are you sure he is the right one for you?
Well, he has been gone an extraordinarily long period of time, and we do get married today. But I trust Edward with my whole heart, and if he turns out to be also a nincompoop, then I will figure something else out. But I think you just have to trust me for that.
I mean, you could always just go abroad for a little while until...
Go abroad. like Cuthbert. Write a romance novel. I think I'll stay. I think it'll be fine. And if he leaves, or if he decides that, I don't know, Roger's a good guy, you know, if anything could happen. If it happens, I'll consider it. Friends could be nice, without all the dreadful can dancing. I'll think about it. Mother.
Okay, just... I just want you to make the right decision, dear, and... You know, I'm honestly very happy you're going to be choosing your path in life.
Thank you, Mother. That's very sweet. I'm sorry you couldn't have done the same.
It's okay. You know, sometimes it's a little fun to have a secret. Keep that in mind. Remember, always have a very pretty butler around.
Oh, Mother, do you have another secret that we should know?
Oh, no. I'm just... Can you... William, I just wanted to make sure you were okay. Just very ill in my passing.
Yes, I'll leave and go get William. Mother, love you so much. Get some good rest before the wedding later. I hope you will be well enough to attend it. Actually,
Wait.
Cuthbert's planning it. Perhaps you should not join.
My heart. I just need to lay down again.
Yes, good night, Mother. Think it over. Goodbye. She's gone. I'm gonna let her rest.
Just pulls the covers over her head, just like...
She doesn't want to talk
I'm
anymore.
not
She's like,
dead.
Look, I'm asleep.
She's definitely the sort of person who would sit there and be like... and just pretend to be asleep in like seconds.
Good night, Mom.
She might not even pretend. She might be like, I'm asleep now.
Get out.
In my eyes.
I do have a request, though. If the time permits, whenever it is convenient, let me know when it is the wee hours of the witching hour at like 3 a.m. Just
We
for-
can do a flashback. I mean, we've established time is a little wibbly wobbly, so there's no reason why we can't say. Are we seeing the night before the wedding? Is that something you wanted to do? Yeah. Let's have a little moment in the wee hours. So
Wait.
before this conversation that just happened.
Before this conversation just
Nothing to see here, Trooper. Just shh.
Wait, nothing good happens at 3 a.m. unless you're
only good
Cuthbert,
things.
in which case everything good happens
yeah,
at 3
everything.
a.m.
I feel like Edward might disagree with you about the 3 a.m. thing.
I just feel like I'm gonna have to switch vests. This is my
So-
feeling real fast.
Florence, dear.
I imagine Florence is dead asleep and she just hears, she thinks she's dreaming. She's like, is this American voice? Hello?
Just a little tap on Florence.
Hello?
Shh. Are you gonna kill me? No.
I've heard about gangsters in America.
Florence.
Yes.
Listen to me. All right. Seeing as, of course, you're going to be my darling daughter-in-law, I wanted to go ahead, and I noticed you had a little man troubles.
Oh. Well, Edward, he'll arrive in time.
No. Man troubles that you want to just kind of disappear.
Yes, Roger. Yes, I do want him to disappear.
Well, I just kind of wanted to give you a little gift, and don't think I didn't notice. One cut purse can notice another cut purse. And I'm just gonna go ahead.
My purse has been cut?
You know darn well what I'm talking about, sweetheart. Here.
Yes.
I can have just this little gift from me to you. You see this little fairy potion I have? No.
Oh.
Not perfume.
Okay.
It's something that I will say, if you were to pour into some unfortunate fool's drink, it won't kill them, but it'll make them sit and listen to you. Just sit and listen to you without moving or complaining. And I find this very, very useful. So I'm gonna just hand this to you.
All right.
And
Yes.
also
You may have
a friend
a
who I
friend.
contacted.
Yes.
And if someone were to say, have a person who unfortunately seems to have a problem and can't seem to move or speak or
Right, yes, like a
object to
doctor.
anything. Yeah, like a doctor. I have this doctor friend of mine, and this is the address. You might want to take your friend there.
Oh, yes. Perfect. I will put that in this purse with my new juice for later.
For later.
Yes. And is your friend?
Shh. I feel like ignorance is bliss, baby.
Yes. I wish I was blessed.
I know, but you know what? Just tell, like, when your friend sees their doctor, I just want to tell them.
Hey, listen, I just want to get quite. If I could be quite frank with you, you want me to knock out Roger and you're going to take him somewhere.
He won't be knocked out.
He'll be awake with his
experience
eyes
everything.
open. He'll be paralyzed. Yes. Oh, good. Oh, wow. Do you think that if I hit him, he'd remember?
Oh, yes.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your contribution to the estate. Wow, so generous.
Oh, no. I just want you to make sure, you know what they say, sometimes the best revenge is through a man's heart. So that's why I want you in particular to give it to him. And then also tell him that sometimes the American way prevails.
I will write that down in the bag for later. This has been an eye-opening experience. Scarlet, I will simply never forget it or be able to sleep for the rest of my life. Thank you very much for sharing.
Oh, don't worry. It's okay. It's gonna be fun. I just remember you are my darling daughter-in-law, and I take care of family.
I think that when Scarlet, I imagine she's patting. Like there's a lot of aggressive patting, and every time Florence is like,
Oh, okay. Yes, thank you. Oh, great. I'm just gonna, good night, dearest mother-in-law. Good night.
And then,
Mwah. Okay.
I think she tucks it under her pillow.
gripped tightly in her hands and tries to sleep, but I don't think that's happening tonight.
And then you go talk to your mother.
Yeah, in the morning, bright and early.
Don't cross Scarlet, I think is what we've all just learned. I mean, in fairness, she may or may not have resulted in the former Elder Pembroke's untimely stage accident-related demise. So, you know.
After I faked killed him.
Yeah, after he was fake killed. Scarlet was like, God, you could have at least finished the job and real killed him.
Just, he had it coming, playing in the background.
He only had himself
To blame.
Can't believe that's
right.
Roger's theme song.
It's weird.
Whew. So, now that that's happened, we'll move forward in time a little bit to later in the morning, and perhaps, I mean, Edward, you were probably in the coma this whole time, and I imagine. I don't really know. The timing has gotten a little messed up, so we don't necessarily need to worry too much about it.
Okay, so
Well, Heinrich woke
I
him
was
up.
awake. Yeah, Heinrich
Yeah.
woke me up, and I
The power of
headed
friendship.
on down. Yeah, through the power of friendship, and I have attempted to post-haste return to Mayford to get to my future wife.
Dear beloved.
My beloved. Yeah.
So perhaps it is shortly after Florence has spoken with her mother.
I just burst through the front door, looking disheveled.
It's behind you. There's Penelope, and she's just like unloading stuff, and it's all
Yeah,
very
Penelope's like, I
civilized.
don't know what's happening. Florence!
Edward? Edward, I'm in the drawing room. Where have you been, Edward?
Florence, I was attacked on the road.
What? By bandits.
I don't know who it was. Quick point. Was it revealed to Edward last episode about Roger?
He does
trying to
not
remember.
know about Roger.
Nope.
Okay,
Roger's
great.
still your
Heinrich
buddy.
didn't know.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. I sort of grab her hands and usher her into a sitting room and sit her down. I was in a coma for most of yesterday. In the hospital. Heinrich came to wake me up. Your friend Penelope, your pen pal is here.
Yes, she's my midwife, darling. You know I'm pregnant now, so I just thought I'd fill you in.
Yes, that makes a tremendous sense. She didn't really seem pen pally.
Oh, she's very short with words.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so what happened was I heard my mother, she has a case of the hysteria. And I
Dreadful.
hopped onto Windblade and I rode to London to go and see her, but on my way I was attacked. Yes, taken down. Windblade, I presume, I don't know
How
where
were
he
you
is.
attacked, darling?
They just came out of the bushes.
And they what? Sucker punched you while you were on your horse speeding past?
Yeah, they just scared my horse and Windblade threw me and I fell
I
onto my
imagine
back.
it was
and
like a.
Just
like
really
one
want
of
to
the-
know what happened.
I'm just
I love
thinking
that you
like
don't
an
know,
Ewok thing where they have like suddenly like this low branch like crosses the path as you're riding really fast. You don't see it.
Roger's
Just
by a tree,
smacks you in the head,
down.
and then you fly off the horse. That's what I imagine.
Roger would not be there himself personally. He would
No.
pay people for that. Come on.
But he's standing behind
Either
you
that
like
or
this.
they tripped Windblade maybe, and then you went flying. And
Yes, I went flying and then
unconscious, and then
they beat me while I was down. Left me for
Probably.
dead.
They beat you while you were down. Do you have any enemies, darling, that you need to
I
tell
don't-
me about?
I don't believe so.
My
I
mother
don't
seems
have any.
rather suspicious of your activities. She called me in this morning because Roger wrote this dreadful letter saying that he'd gotten me pregnant and that he was going to marry me to solve the problem. And,
I'm sorry,
Yes.
what?
yes, I'm sorry, I hate to tell you this, darling, but Roger is just the most abominable man I've ever met in my entire life, darling. He's horrid. Yeah, and then he attacked Scarlet last night. And when Scarlet slapped him back
excuse me?
rightfully. Yes, I'm sorry about that. Don't worry though. Roger has somewhere to go this evening, so I don't think we'll have to deal with him anymore. He said he's got some important vacation to
I
attend
cannot
to.
believe that he wrote that letter. And
Yes,
your
I
mother's
have it.
suspicious of
Here
me?
Yeah, I took it. Here you go. You can read it if you want.
I read the letter.
It's mostly just kind of obsessive. I think he met me at a ball once back in London when you were courting me secretly. He saw me from afar, and now he's been plotting to tell everybody, I guess, that I'm pregnant with his child, and that I'm gonna marry him instead or something. It's quite appalling, actually. I think it. Actually,
I mean, it makes sense
morning
that
sickness.
it should be suspicious of Edward because you do judge a man by the company he keeps.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just noticed there's a negative reputation tag on my sister Florence.
Oh,
and that is
yeah, there is. There's
there
two.
is, it's that there's two, but one is super interesting. It's that she's loose. It's just right there. It's just right there, and I just feel like that.
Kiss.
make
Well, we
me
did
do
kiss
it.
in the corner once, and that was it. But we never.
Don't make me do it.
Oh, I would just like to offer that up there as a.
There's
as
also
trouble.
this rumor that's flying around about how Roger is in love with
Yeah.
Florence. So I do feel like Edward maybe deep down he harbors some suspicion that he's never wanted to admit to himself. That
Yeah, let me just tickle in that we kissed once at the ball,
Yeah.
and I didn't really know who he was, and that was my loose trait. And then I say that while I'm mumbling, and that's what triggers Edward to be confused.
and that maybe she is just with you to get closer to Roger.
I don't know. You know what? Kissing might be a little my scandalous. Maybe I let him
held
kiss my neck.
hands.
Yeah, he nuzzled me. Not the nuzzle.
You danced the waltz.
Before anybody even knew what it was.
It has arrived like 10. It first just arrived, I think, like 10 years ago, but it's still a little bit too scandalous for good society.
Oh, you know what? We snuck
He
out to the
talked to
balcony
you
and,
for a
and we
total.
we partook in a scandalous dance. I think it was called like the Woolens or something, darling. But other than that, I just don't understand what could have led him astray. It was a rather forward dance. Now that I
Florence.
think about it. Yes, darling.
Florence,
Yes.
what are you telling me right now?
Roger did.
What is this information that you're giving me on the day of our wedding?
Roger is a stinky man, and he's also
You spoke to him? He's claiming to be the father of your child? And that he's
Yes.
in love with you?
Yes. Well,
Why
he's
am I hearing of this
delusional.
now?
I just found out this morning when Mama gave me the letter, darling. Remember, you were in a coma. Would you like to sit down or have a cup of tea?
No, I would rather stand up.
Okay.
What does this mean, Florence?
You couldn't possibly think that I would have relations with your business partner, Roger, who makes children work for no pay.
Monologue token for Edward. I don't know who wants to spend theirs.
I'll
but
spend it.
Someone should.
Spinning it.
Okay. I was always very confused. There seemed to be a knowledge between them. He spoke as if he knew her, always. Could it be? I can't bear to think that it could be the truth, but what if I've been a fool this whole time? A fool all along. Wouldn't be the first time. It seems, perhaps, I'm destined to fool. But she wouldn't do that to me. I love her so, and I took her word, straightforward. Her actions have always shown me more than her words. But what if I perceived them incorrectly? What if on the other side of every action there was a double meaning?
I mean, she's lied to you before, Edward. She lied about the napkins. She didn't tell you she was pregnant. She's lied a lot. Maybe this whole thing's a lie.
I'm just a woman of my time.
She has her secret poison juice in her purse.
I cannot get married today. With this on my mind, I cannot commit to a life of potential dishonesty. I do hope that I am a fool, but in the opposite way, until I figure this out. But I will figure this out. Florence, if you'll excuse me, and I leave.
Before you can leave, I think this is when Cuthbert comes in. Oh, you two! It is so delightful to see you both in this. Isn't that bad luck, seeing a bride before the wedding?
I'm in my jammies, Cuthbert.
Oh, well then it's fine.
Cuthbert.
Oh, wait. Isn't it a bit scandalous to see him? Ooh, I could spread that. By the way, it's so good to see you here, Edward. I was a little bit worried about all the blood that I saw on Windblade, but I'm glad to see you all healthy. Is that
But he was attacked. Also, he's upset and he wanted to leave. I'm not sure what's happening. I think maybe...
Well, hold on.
I believe I've been made a fool of.
Oh, no, not
in
at
one
all.
way or another.
Of course not. Now, listen.
Was it Cuthbert, darling?
No, I didn't do it. Listen, Edward, you'll have to come with me because we need to do a little bit of a quick fitting for your vest. I've decided we're going to go with a very, very bright red brocade with a little bit of velvet trim. You must come with me. We have no time.
Listen, until I figure out exactly what's happening, there will be no vest.
Is this
Well,
If you'll excuse
Roger,
me.
darling?
But
Darling!
If you will excuse me, and I walk
let him go.
out. I am going to see Roger.
And I say to my sister, what was that all about?
I told Edward that Roger said that I was pregnant with his child, and then that
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's what Roger said to Mama. He wrote Mama a letter, said I was pregnant with his child, which is bizarre because I didn't think I was the Virgin Mary, but here I am. And then he said I was, well, Virgin to Roger. And then he said that that we were to be married. But also, I have a sneaking suspicion that maybe he's the one that thwacked my darling Edward. And now I think Edward thinks I've cheated on him, but also I have poison.
What? Don't take it. We're trying to go with, like, the holiday story, not the Romeo and Juliet. So none of this poisoning.
Is there a scene, perhaps, in the play where, if Roger were to partake, you could give him a drink, Cuthbert?
Well,
Like a warm cocoa mixed with this paralyzing potion that I've been given by Scarlet the American.
oh.
And then the boat will be picking Roger up later tonight because he's got to go. And I agree with Scarlet in this one.
All right, there is a lot going on
I just think
here.
I should be upfront with you on this.
Well, this is what... I'm afraid what all you said has brought some terrible thoughts to my mind that upset me greatly.
Token, can I please have a monologue token for Cuthbert?
Only because you sang so nicely.
Only because you're saying so nicely. Oh, I say, this might be the worst news ever. If my sister's in such a state, I must do something to protect her and, of course, Edward, but I'm afraid I might have to make one of the greatest sacrifices I've ever made in my life. If there must be a way for Roger to be given some sort of poison juice by the darling and dearest and most kicky Scarlet ever, that means there's only one part that he could partake in. Only one. That's Dr. Grouch, the star of the pageant. Because he drinks, one cup each for the ghost of each different sort of Christmas spirit. From far away, from right about now, and sometime in the future. Those 3 Christmas spirits that come in and haunt Dr. Grouch and remind him of all the bad things that he's done. And it was to be my starring role. For the first time ever, I was going to be able to do this role. But to protect my sister, I'm going to have to give that part to Roger. Well, I shall make this sacrifice then, because I love my sister dearly. Well, bother. It was going to be my first time. Well, you know what? No matter. I will get that Roger to be Dr. Grouch and be the star that I always knew that I was going to be one day. It's all right. Well,
Don't worry,
I'll just have to
Cuthbert,
be a
you
little
can be his
cautious.
understudy. Once he's paralyzed, he'll need someone to fill it.
That's really not where I thought that was gonna go,
I knew it was happening as soon as you said the greatest sacrifice of my life. I fucking lost it.
Well, this I shall do for my sister. And I say, who is this Roger? Someone should look into him. Probably has terrible business dealings. I'm sure nothing will go wrong if I just go away so I'm not seen where there are no witnesses and I have no backup to investigate this mysterious Roger at some point in time. Perhaps his business dealings. I should talk to Millie. Well, he must be informed, of course, that he will be the new Dr. Grouch.
And Cuthbert, you've been staring off into the distance for quite a minute now. Are you all right?
Oh,
The middle distance, I should say.
oh, yes. Yes, I am. I just realized I had some things to do. You know, dearest.
Yes.
I need to, I'm not being secretive at all. I'm going to go off and do something secret. Oh,
Wait,
Oh, is-
darling. Is
yes.
this about the red brocade?
it's
Is it about Roger?
No. It is not
Okay,
about-
so yes.
No. It's about how I am in financial trouble.
Oh, darling, we'll have to speak about that after the wedding, I think.
Oh, it's nothing big. It's just that I owe someone 5,000 guineas, and I'm going to go and collect it. Yes.
Is it me?
What?
Somebody's been trying to blackmail me for 5,000 guineas.
Oh, that's strange. Who would do that? Could I spend a negative reputation tag? Could I?
One of your own?
Yes, one of my own, please.
Yeah, sure.
Could I spend greedy
Yeah.
to make it seem that perhaps my sister thinks that I am the blackmailer?
Yeah, you didn't
Because-
even have to spend it. I already think it.
Well, I would
Yeah,
like to
we'll
spend
spend it.
Yes, no,
Yeah.
please spend it, but also very convincing. I already thought it.
Excellent. Yes. I mean, it's my dearest, it's really no big deal at all. It's just that I got an advance on my novel from my publisher, and the advance just sort of went to absent, and I haven't returned I haven't given the manuscript in to my publisher, and so I either have to give my manuscript to my publisher, or I have to give the advance back, which, I don't
One
currently
day
have.
I'd love to read this manuscript, darling. I haven't seen a single peep of it.
Yes, it is finished. I wrote it on the shores of the lake in Italy. It's all done. And if I don't get it to my publisher by tonight, which is weird because it's a Sunday, there's a wedding and also a pageant. Why would my publisher want the manuscript on a Sunday night? Very strange. But if I don't post it tonight, there'll be a bit of a bother with this 5,000 guineas.
This morning, Cuthbert. You're seeming kind of squirrely.
Oh, well, nonetheless, the point is, I'm going to go off and do something secretive and mysterious that has to do with needing money and nothing at all to do with your Roger. So, if he
Okay.
ends up...
Incredibly convincing. Whatever you do, just don't shoot anyone. Love you. See you at the wedding, darling.
Wait, Florence.
Yes.
I
Yes.
do love you ever so much, you know that, right?
Yes, I am a little concerned with your behavior, but I love you as well.
And if
My dearest
anything,
brother who would never do anything to hurt me.
I would never do anything to hurt you, and if, perchance, something terrible happens, at the wedding tonight, something really upsetting that would break everyone's heart, just know that it was because I love you. Especially if it happens at the pageant. Like, if at the pageant something really awful happens, just know that I do love you no matter what.
I will, of course, keep that in mind. Thank you very much, darling. I'm gonna have a quick lie down as I feel I may faint and I'm carrying a baby inside me.
Oh, yes. don't get hysteria while you're pregnant. I don't know how that works with hysteria in pregnancy.
I don't even know what causes it, so you know what? I'll go look into that, and I'll be right back.
Yes, all right. I'm going to go and do something that is not at all suspicious and dangerous. And he'll leave.
All right. Anyone else?
I mean, well, I'm going
Yeah. Edward,
to
where
find
are you
Roger.
Off to?
I
We
have.
should have that scene. I feel like maybe partly for Trooper's insanity, but the scene between Robert and Cuthbert can be perhaps solved off screen, but we can decide what that is. No, not Robert and Edward. Edward and Roger should talk.
Edward and Roger.
I meant
Okay.
Roger and Cuthbert, where you have to talk to yourself.
I don't think Cuthbert's going to actually see. Well, he probably has to. He's going to write a note or
find
something.
out.
I mean, he wants to find out. You know, he wants to go and find out suspicious plans. He wants to find out what's up with Roger, and also, you know, there are things to do. I'm just saying. That may not involve actually talking to Roger, but instead talking to Millie.
I have hopped upon Windblade, and I am riding post haste once again against the wind to get to Roger's house, filled with a rage that I can only liken to reminding me of my own father.
I thought you were gonna say hunger.
Is Edward a werewolf? You said lichen and also rage. Is that is what's happening? This is a
Can you
Regency
imagine?
werewolf? Oh, hey, you know.
I mean,
I'm honored.
I wouldn't say no. no, let's.
I'd play that game.
Okay. Just
There's already
imagine all of a sudden it's revealed. Yes. So I get to Roger's house presumably.
I imagine he probably is living in. He's probably at your estate since he does not live in Mayford, of course. So he's probably. I mean, I imagine you put him up because you're such a good pal.
Okay.
Because he would need to stay somewhere.
Yeah. Such a
And
good
you have an
pal.
estate. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
So
perhaps he's drinking your brandy at the moment.
yes, I hop off Windblade and I just stride into my estate. And perhaps he's sitting at my desk in my office.
Perhaps he is.
I burst into the room.
Going
Roger.
over papers. Edward. Oh, it's so good to see you. I have a message for you.
Yes, and what is that?
Oh, no, actually, I'm sorry, I was confused. You had a message for Florence, but I confused it and I thought it was a message for you, so I was going to deliver it to you. I didn't deliver it to her. I'm sorry. I got confused about who it was going to.
Roger, I do believe that out of the two of us, it is I who am most confused.
Oh, well then. Tell me what's going on. I'm happy to be of service. By the way, I don't think I told you. The profits are up on our mines.
I'm slowly walking towards him, deliberately, staring deep into his eyes. Roger. Are you in love with Florence Ashby?
Edward, what sort of a question is that? That's a strange question.
Are you in love with my fiancée?
Well, Edward.
Or is it that you prefer to own her? Do you mean to own all of this? My question for you is exactly what is it about my life that you cannot stand? What is it about my life that you need to own? You will never have it.
Roger stands up to his full height. He's probably 5'5", but has a very tall hat, which he's not wearing because it's indoors. Edward, I'm afraid you're mistaken. You seem to be a bit confused. Perhaps that blow on the head joggled your mind a little bit, made you a bit senseless.
Yes, you're right. I've been made extremely senseless, Roger. And so I think you should be a little bit more uncomfortable than you seem to be currently. I'm going to ask you one thing. Leave my estate. You will pack your things. You will sign a document which I will have sent to you, removing you from our business. We will never speak again, and you will never lay your eyes on Florence Ashby. Do you understand? Have I made myself perfectly clear? Or are you still confused?
Roger sits back down in your chair. Ah, my dear boy. I'm afraid I think it is you who are confused. You see, first off, you're mistaken. There's nothing about your life that I envy or desire. You are quite forgettable, you gray little man. I don't think about you at all, ever. There's only been one person I've thought about for these few years, and that is my love, Florence, who also loves me desperately. So, if you wish, I would be happy to sign some paperwork, but you might find extricating our finances to be a little bit difficult on your end. You know, I have the best lawyers. A person who engages in child labor and also exploitation of the colonies tends to have the most ethical lawyers. And when I leave us, I'll be taking everything, including this estate. I'm afraid our breaking up our business venture will leave you with nothing. And then I will have everything, including Florence. You know, she and I danced once.
Yes, she told me. She said it was forgettable.
That's what she might have told you, but I know that she remembers that dance.
Do you?
Yes.
Interesting that a woman so in love with you and would be engaged to me for so long, and that she wouldn't even want to look at you.
You can tell yourself whatever delusion makes you feel better, Edward. But, I'll leave.
Oh, Roger. Delusion.
You know, stand up. I, don't wish to ruin her life, but I will ruin yours. It's, probably better for her if you actually do care about her, if you extricate yourself from her before I ruin everything about you. And old bean, it's not personal, it's just a means to an end. I find you rather average. Think
Roger, one thing you should know about me is that I'm extremely good at recovering from ruin. But I do not leave those who come to me with much left. I'm going to ask you to leave my office.
Well, it'll be office for now. But after all the paperwork goes through, then it's mine, as will be your fiancé. And I'll stride out with all of my confidence and swagger.
That's a scene. I think. Does anyone, before I take us into the reputation phase, does anyone have a scene that they would like to have before then?
I feel like I would like to chat with Millie.
Okay.
I would. I would like to
have a little chit chat with Millie.
Yeah. And,
good pal?
Yes. My pal Millie. Just you know, because Millie knows things, and I feel like that should happen.
Millie reads the mail, and she knows things.
Mm-hmm. And she talks to all the people, and she also knows things. My
darling! Cuthbert! What are you doing? So good to see you, darling. What are you doing here? What are you doing all the way out? Isn't your sister getting married today?
She is. She is indeed.
She's pregnant. I mean, pregnant.
She's pregnant. Well, apparently she is. Nobody told me.
The girl. You could have asked me, darling. I know everything. What are you here for? Are you here for something? I don't have any of your... Let me see. None of the mail I have might be for you, darling. Yep.
Oh, do you have any mail that might not be for me, but might be about me, perhaps? That's not what I'm here for.
Well, I'll hold that for later, then.
So, darling...
yes?
So there are two things that I would want to speak to you about. There's a bit of a bother that the estate that I thought that you might be able to help me with.
Yes, of course. Anything for you, darling. I scratch your back, you scratch mine, you know?
Well, there's a little side thing. My publisher wants 5,000 guineas for me because I have not produced the manuscript yet. And I mailed the manuscript in ahead because and it's just gone missing. And I do need that manuscript back. By the way, you will love how you look. Well, not you, Molly, it was like the dashing lady about town.
Molly! What a lovely name you've given me, Cuthbert. Molly.
Yes. Oh, smoldering eyes and
my hair? What color is it?
It's beautiful. Also the dearest fashion. Very fashion forward. The envy of Mayford. Yes.
Better be lots of those, darling. Okay, so you need me to find where your manuscript is gone.
No. I'm diligently searching for that myself. All the time. I have just spent so much time searching for that manuscript.
Yes.
But really it's about my sister. That's what I'm really here about. She's got this fellow, you know.
Roger.
Yes, that's his name.
Yes, your gardener saw Roger leaving your estate and heading to Edward's estate in a hurry, and he looked puffy and angry, and also he did see him lurking around in the fields the other day. He may not be a gardener, he may be my spy, who knows? He does seem to be a big problem.
Wait, the handsome one?
Gardener?
Yes.
I mean spy, yes, that one. What about him? You have a man. Cuthbert, back to the matter.
Sorry. This Roger fellow seems to be a bit,
handsy, bad, naughty, employs children for no money.
Yes.
Stinky.
Yes?
In attitude. I haven't smelled the man. I wouldn't get near him.
Well, I don't like him. It seems that he's been inappropriate, making gossip about my sister. There's going to be inappropriate gossip. It's going to be said by me and about someone else. So, I was wondering if you, I don't know, had... This is what I'm thinking. I just have an idea.
Yes.
Just an idea. You know, he's a businessman, which means they do... Well, first off, I must say, working...
For your money! Darling, it's hilarious.
I know, it's quite embarrassing. I know, I would never myself.
I'm sorry. Okay, back to what we were saying.
Yes, we were mocking him for actually being somewhat low class. But I think he was a baronet. How embarrassing. So, now, but I'm thinking if he's one of these sort of grubby businessmen who does businessy things, I would imagine he would always probably have businessy sort of things with numbers and books and whatnots.
Right.
You know, in his...
Yes, an accountant or something.
Yes, one of those things where they...
Yes, like an accounting journal.
Yes.
Oh, you want his books. Oh, darling, you want me to get the books for you? Fetch the books.
Oh, I do. Would you ever be so kind and
Yes, of course.
just you know, because I imagine
I would love to pay Edward's estate a visit on his day of his wedding, since I was not invited.
Wait, what?
So that I could.
Oh no! That will not do. You must come to the wedding. It's also the pageant day. It's the pageant
But it
wedding.
will be the perfect
extravaganza.
distraction for me. I'll arrive late. I'll go. I'll wish Edward many gracious blessings, and then I will sneak in and take the books and bring them over to you.
Do you think when you arrive late
Yes.
at the
Yes.
pageant wedding,
Yes.
you might have a
Clever.
dash of blood on your shawl, and you could arrive dramatically, and you could say, "There's been a murder," and they would just laugh.
Would I arrive at a party any other way, darling? It's absolutely atrocious that you think I would. Yes. I have some boysenberry in the back. I'll mix it up.
Perfect. So if you just might, like, I don't know, just find these sort of booky sort of things, and you know, take them.
Papers, numbers, a calculator.
Yes.
What are they called? With
It's
the
a slide rule, I think. It's an
slide
abacus.
rule.
Abacus, I think it was.
Abacus.
Yes. So I'm thinking, get these things, maybe with his signature. My sister's
Yes.
quite good at forgery. We just get some of these things. We could, I don't know, do something to ruin him, some sort of way. Just...
Perfect. I will get all that done for you immediately, darling. Have a blessed wedding day of your sister. Yes. Something else. Yes.
But. Would you like a bottle of absinthe?
Oh my gosh, you know how to scratch my back, darling. You do. And I'm gonna put that like underneath the cloak that she's wearing. Nobody can see. I've had so many this week. Yes.
Oh, dear, we should definitely, 100%, before, I leave, we should just have a nice lunch. Just sit.
I would love that. Perhaps a picnic. I love a picnic.
We'd be like the ladies who lunch. We would just...
Lunching ladies, how scandalous. I love that. You should go. It is her wedding day. But I will take care of that, and I will finish off this bottle, and I will see you later, darling.
Okay, and I mean, I do have to go and make sure that we have the pigeons, the doves, and also the stray cat. Also, there's a whole thing about...
I like that, to imagine that it's gonna fade out on you listing like the ridiculous farm animals you're bringing to the wedding.
Yep. I was also suggesting, I feel like Millie has like pre-bloodied shawls and like tattered, like, she's got her wardrobe, her costume wardrobe.
They're like hung on hooks, and she's like,
Too bloody, too dirty, too dark.
You gotta have your selection.
And of course, it's on a shawl, so it wouldn't ruin the outfit. So that when she takes off the shawl, she's
matching
resplendent.
shawls and bonnets, always.
I feel like we should move to the next section, but I also want to just have like a small moment, which is when Cuthbert gets back to the estate. That naturally it's the pageant, so they are rehearsing. And there are just children everywhere. There are nannies and various parents trying to corral them into some semblance. Simultaneously, there's all of the various farm animals being delivered, and I guess also the Savannah players are probably rehearsing in the background. So there's a lot going on the estate grounds, and it's very busy, and it's just a lot of hubba bubba, all sorts of secrets, and anything really could happen, and no one would probably notice. And I think a small child of, what did we say, about 3-ish years old?
4 or 5?
Maybe? Yeah, about 5, comes running up to you, Cuthbert. And just like bumps into you. They've got grubby little hands because they are a child, and they like tug on your robe. And this is not at all just an excuse for me to play a 5-year-old. Hello.
Oh, yes. Hello.
I was told to come and say hello to you.
All right. Hello.
It's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you as well, young tyke. Who are you attached to? Who are you playing in the play?
Oh, I'm the Ghost of Ghosty Past.
Oh, the
I don't
Ghost of Ghosty
actually know.
Past.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I get to be one of the ghost choir.
Oh.
I get to woo!
Yes. The singing is quite difficult. Well, it's not a musical yet, but I've been writing
I like
some
singing.
parts. Oh,
I like acting and singing, but I've been told that sometimes I should be more grounded.
Oh, well, you know. On the ground, it's only dirt. You shouldn't be grounded. You should have wings and fly in the sky. That's much more interesting, don't you think?
I got dirt on your robe, I'm sorry. It's very
Yes.
nice and soft, though.
Yes. Well, listen, if you like singing, in my copious amounts of free time, I'm working on a little bit of music for this pageant because it's the one thing that's been missing is music. So I'm going to make sure that there's a whole choir bit and you can sing and all of that.
I have a question for you, Trooper. This is
Yes.
really a question for Cuthbert. If Cuthbert, I feel like hypothetically at some point Cuthbert would have said something. If I were to have a son, I would have named him.
Yes. Well, I mean, first off, he would never say such a thing at all, ever. But if he did, which perhaps he might have
Perhaps
done
in his youth,
Yes,
you know,
in his-
he fancied
Drunk
little
on
ideas.
mysterious bottles of absinthe.
Yes, for example, of course, he would name it Sebastian, which of course is because Saint Sebastian was a huge queer icon in the 19th century.
Oh, I
all
like
the
it.
sort of like all of the young queers were all a bit obsessed with Saint Sebastian, who was a martyr, but was always depicted quite handsomely in his martyrdom. Anyway, so it would have been Sebastian. So there's your queer history, 19th century. Go ahead.
Thank you. And I feel like someone says something in the background, and this little tyke turns around. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I have to go get my costume fitted. It's my favorite part. It was nice to meet you. I'm Thomas Sebastian Atherton.
Is your mother lady?
Goodbye."
All right. So strange. Oh, it's a good lad, but where is Lady Atherton? Oh, no, don't put the elephant there. That's bother. No, the elephant has to be on the stage right. Ooh.
And I think that's where we can move into our rumors and scandal. All right, sorry, our reputation first. So yeah, let's talk about reputation. Let's talk about our reputation. Anyone's go up or down?
The way you say the down part seems...
Look, I just want to point out Scarlet did suggest murder. I don't really
Not
know
murder.
where.
Not murder. You're just paralyzed.
We're
You experience everything.
relocating him. We're relocating
It's
him.
not death.
They're helping him move, all right?
He's an invasive species, and he must be relocated back to his
Murder's
native
such a
lands.
strong word.
I'm gonna go with Murgles here. You know, it's always hard to find people to help you move. You know what I mean? And, like,
It really is. You know?
just good friends who will do that.
I
think
find the
that-
hardest part of moving is moving my physical body from one place to another. Really, yeah.
When I've been paralyzed.
I mean, to counteract that, I was kind of acting in the interest of who I perceive as family now.
Oh,
That is true.
that is
There's
true.
a certain level of loyalty there that I can
To
appreciate.
both your son and future daughter-in-law. So
Yeah.
You know, I just kind of want to make it up to, you know, just like
thought you were gonna
like,
just say
make
make
it
it
up
up.
in the way.
Just all together.
No. Yeah, no, like, because I did do Edward wrong, kind of, but like
Okay.
not like.
Okay, but I have a question. I'm just looking. I was looking at my card for like what things trigger negative reputation tags for me, and I just happened to notice your card because this game is amazing and has like little cards for each of your backgrounds, and so it's like not about you personally, but about like your background and what society would say about it. And I'm just noting that you would gain as new money a negative tag if you acted in contravention of society's conventions. Okay, I don't know if it's within the convention to paralyze people, acted on desire in a way that compromised your duty or morality, interesting, or acted in an uncouth, low class, or vulgar manner. And I'm not certain
I don't know.
about the-
Taking a hit out on someone is pretty high class, I gotta be honest.
only people with money do that.
Yeah. Only people with money
Yeah, I
have
mean, I
like
see-
the
I see
poison
the argument
and the
there.
employees.
I will go ahead and take a negative tag. I will go ahead and say spiteful.
Yeah, I like that.
Very
I like that.
spiteful.
What about vengeful? Because I feel like revenge is more. Because I don't
It's a
think that
dish.
you're necessarily like deliberately spiteful, more
vengeful.
vengeful,
Vengeful?
because he earned it, you know?
And you know what? I think Fracture would be with Cuthbert because he didn't know that I dealt. Like he knows, but he didn't really know how.
But also, because of these shenanigans, I'm gonna have to make the greatest sacrifice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I mean-
get to be the main part.
I don't get to be the main part anymore.
Oh, yeah. This was all your fault. That's why Cuthbert's not the main character anymore. I would like to say I also definitely got a negative tag by straight up accepting that poison.
You think? Yeah.
Why are we using poison? Poison.
Paralyzing potion. Paralyzing potion.
It's medicine.
Uh-huh. It's sleepy time juice. So what do you think your negative tag is,
Sleep, you
Florence?
experience everything.
I don't
That's the key
know.
point of that. You experience and watch everything while you can't do anything. I mean, what?
Conniving.
Conniving's a good
conniving.
one. That's a very good one for Florence, I'd say.
I do think that Scarlet should get a positive tag, though.
I feel
she's-
helped.
Well, she secured a personal invitation from someone of higher social status than yourself. And she has been invited, of course, to this wedding and this
That is true.
pageant from me, Cuthbert.
Is Cuthbert of higher than
Yes, not American.
He says
just
trying to
pointing that
publish
out,
his
like
fucking
automatic.
erotica.
I feel like she should get a positive tag. I just
That's
want-
fair. Yeah. I like it.
What would the positive tag be, though?
Adaptable?
Ooh, I like that. I like
Like
that.
that one.
I don't know about Edward.
Ooh.
I feel like I don't know, man.
You held back from punching him in the face. I'll give
I
you.
really
Yeah.
did.
You
Some
really
strength.
did.
There was some like eyeballing towards the fire tending tools
Little fire poker.
at the fireplace.
Yeah, I do feel like you may have acted in obedience to society's convention
Yes.
despite
Yeah.
considerable hardship.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
compromise your desires. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you got a
'Cause I
positive
feel like
tag.
you wanted to kill him.
Thanks. I actually did, yeah.
I tried really hard. I tried real
really hard.
All right, like the
I-
tag might be restrained or
Yeah, restraints is good, yeah.
yeah. Like, no, I did not murder him.
And you could have.
Really could have. Really desperately wanted to, yeah.
And Cuthbert.
I feel like I may be a set neutral.
Yeah, I can
No. Well, he's sacrificing the ultimate sacrifice.
see that. Yeah,
in
but I
order
don't
to
actually
protect
think
his
that
family.
ultimate sacrifice has anything to do with being a peerage. That's a personal desire.
Yeah, all right.
Well, I mean,
I'm also not sure it counts for that he's sacrificing for society because he's sacrificing his role in the play so that we can drug someone and ship him to India.
Okay, well, when you say it like that, when you say it with what it is, that actual info.
Yeah.
I mean, he just need like. I feel like he's getting what was he dealt out. You know, he's been in the
I
It's a net
support net
neutral.
zero.
I think it's
Yeah,
I think it's a neutral. It's a little. We'll call it neutral.
yeah. We'll go with a neutral. I feel like that's a good
Yeah.
neutral. Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Yes.
All right, that's everybody's reputation. Well, let's do one of my favorite parts: rumors and scandal.
I got one. I got a good one.
Remember, this will be our last one. So
Forever?
yeah, bonsai.
Forever.
So,
No more scandals and rumors ever in the world.
my rumor is that a disheveled lady came into town, but was thought to be an American, so is now presiding with the Savannah Players.
Oh. Ooh.
I have a rumor.
Just so out of control.
love it.
She's disheveled.
Yeah, I was like, there's gonna be a rumor about a strange lady running into town.
And we have
Wait,
it
I just
now.
got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
That's right. It's Florence.
Yes.
Her evil twin. Not Florence, but
Bethany
Bethany
from America.
from America.
And just as a reminder, if we don't spread some of them, I think actually the Florence is pregnant with Roger's child is the, or some of them will fade.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna have to.
We'll go away if we don't.
I have a rumor, and it is, and please please jump in if this is incorrect, Trooper, but I would like to spread a rumor that Cuthbert has in fact invited Roger to be in the play in the main role in order to accept him into the family.
Oh. Ooh.
Because
Yeah.
Because only the Ashbys are the leads.
Only
Like,
the
that's
Ashbys are the leads,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
Edward
Yeah.
has just
Yeah.
listened nonstop to Cuthbert talking about how he wants to be the lead. So
Yeah. That's a great one.
Yep.
That's a great
Yeah.
one. That's a good
I
one.
love
That's a
it.
good one. Ooh, I like it. Oh, gosh. I would like to... I think I'm gonna... I want to spread... something, because I don't... There are things that might be fading, and I don't... Yeah, we're gonna spread that Florence is pregnant with Roger's child, because that will just cause all the trouble, and we like it.
Yes. I'm definitely going to spread the disheveled lady is now hanging with the Savannah players.
I would like to spread that Cuthbert's invited Roger to be the star of the play.
Yep.
Oh no, I'm torn. I want to both spread and create, and this is difficult for me.
You spread one. You should make one. Make a
I
room.
know, but that one Juliana has a thing for Edward and is just going to crash the wedding is like just sitting there so tantalizing right now.
It's true.
I will spread that Juliana has a thing for Edward, and we'll.
All right, there we go.
Thank you. I'm going to spread the rumor that something terrible is going to happen at the pageant. And whatever it is, something like criminal and terrible. Oh, go ahead, Lauren, you have a thought. Random Tuesday, give it to me. Because there's a second half to that rumor that has to be like, I want there to be blame to, like, basically, if something really bad happens, it's going to be so-and-so's fault. You know what I mean?
No, I just, I have an idea, and the idea is about how, Cuthbert was going to turn this into the musical,
Yes.
and maybe the script got switched with something by accident.
Yes.
And this play is going to take on a very different
Yes.
tone.
Yes. Can I get a resolve token for that?
Can I
I'm just going to start that as a
can I
separate
give a
rumor.
resolve? Can I give a resolve token for something?
Yes, what do you want?
You might have implied this already, and I'm slow, and so I want to say it out loud, but can I
Yeah.
ensure that the script has been changed to the manuscript that has been missing?
Yeah. We'll just go ahead and I'll write that rumor and we'll just spread.
And can I have the resolve token? Because my poor Cuthbert has no resolve tokens. It is so sad. I don't get to cause any trouble.
You can use the one from the rumor.
No, because
It's going to be a rumor with a resolve token.
I know. I just feel like I'm going to need it for some reason at some point in time. Yes. So I would like a rumor that
Remember,
says that
you can
basically-
also use your positive tags as resolve tokens.
Yes, I would like there to be a rumor that something really bad is going, something sinister will happen at the pageant, and if it does, it is yeah. Here's a rumor. Here you go. This is it. This is the rumor. I've got it. And perhaps Roger spread this rumor. If anything bad happens to him after his conversation with Edward, it's Edward's fault.
Oh.
You know, he
Edward
has
is fine
insurance.
with that. He's fine with that. Perfectly fine.
You know he has insurance.
Of course he has insurance. He probably is friends with like insurance brokers and also lawyers. And I'm just saying. Yeah, I want basically if anything bad happens to Roger, it's Edward's fault.
Can I start just one gentle rumor?
Yeah.
Can I start a rumor that I have seen Scarlet kissing somebody in the darkness? That's all. Y'all ever seen
All
Love
right.
Actually? You know when
Yes.
the curtain comes down at the end and they're kissing?
Yeah.
So many excellent rumors. And this brings us to the epistolary, our letter writing. As a reminder, the last letter writing will be sort of an epilogue. So this is our last one of kind of the actual current plot. Does anyone have a letter they would like to send and or receive?
Just a quick one, very short. Dear Roger, sorry, dear Roger Stillwater Baronet, it is I, Lord Cuthbert Ashby. I'm just sending you this brief missive to make sure that you are indeed invited to our pageant extravaganza, which happens every year. Also, the wedding. The wedding doesn't happen every year. It's just both a wedding and a pageant. It's going to be both at the same time. It's going to be excellent. However, I did want to invite you personally to take part in our pageant as our guest of honor, as the lead, Dr. Grouch. It is a position that would make one a star, make one admired, and anyone who didn't appreciate you would be jealous of your talent, and it is one of those things
you
that
also point out that it's something normally reserved only for members of the Ashby household.
He's going to say that at the end, but right now he's just thinking about all he's giving up. Sorry. Anyway, it's a thing that when you do it, you can show all those people who might have mocked you or not seen you as valuable that you have something that they could never have. It's something special, and of course it is something that has only gone to the eldest and most respected Ashby, always throughout time as the many generations we've been doing this. And normally would go to, of course, our mother, the Viscountess, but she's deathly ill, and so someone must step in, and I thought, as did Florence, my dearest sister, that you would be the most appropriate to take this role as something that is traditionally by one of the most respected Ashbys, and I know my sister would be ever so pleased to see you in this role. So, asking as from the two Ashby siblings, we would like to invite you into our home to star in this pageant. Yours cordially and always in propriety, and also with a bottle of absinthe, Cuthbert Ashby, Lord, son of the Viscountess of Ashby.
I would like to give a resolve token to Cuthbert. I would like Edward to get this letter. Because he would have mailed it to my estate.
Oh! Can I give you a yes but? Because I will take that resolve token because that sounds like all sorts of pot stirring. But I think that you shouldn't be able to see the letter until after Roger has seen it so that he can be in that pageant.
Okay, all right. I'm happy with that.
He'll read it and like drop it somewhere, and you will. So
probably
you will see
deliberately for me to read.
Oh,
1,000%.
Yes,
yeah.
1,000%. He would drop it like right by your breakfast plate accidentally, and then laugh.
Okay.
Oh, that's so good. I love it.
I have a letter.
Please continue.
The timing of all of this is absolutely hilarious to me because I'm supposed to be getting married today, but I'm going to write a letter to Florence.
I accept. What is it?
There are runners. People you have, sometimes it goes through the post, sometimes it goes through like little urchins who
it's
don't
just so
get paid.
dramatic. Go bring this to Florence, and it's just us having a fight. Dearest Florence, I've had a conversation with Roger. I have additionally read your brother's invitation for Roger to take the position in the pageant, normally reserved only for Ashbys. I thought this was an interesting turn of events. Florence, I do not ask much of you, but I will ask you for one thing: the truth. If you tell me that you're in love with Roger Stillwater and you want me to go away, I will. I'll never return. I will leave Mayford altogether, and you will never see me again. However, if you tell me that this is a farce, no matter who the child belongs to, they will be mine, and we will live a long life together. And we will never speak of this again, unless you desire, of course. Please, do me the honor of telling me the truth. For I cannot live another moment knowing either of these possibilities exist. Yours forever, Edward.
Can I please send a response letter?
I mean, you can send one, but I don't promise that it'll get there.
Trying to think of a way to word this so it can't be forged to say Roger instead of Edward. My most darling but ever silly Edward. I told you once, and I don't know why I have to tell you again, but I absolutely I'm disgusted by Roger. I have no feelings for him whatsoever. Anything that you think has happened between us is because of his conniving mindset. Perhaps I have lied to you before, and that has made me untrustworthy, but it's only because of the fear of letting down my family or myself that I have lied, and not to hurt you or anyone else around me. What are we supposed to be truthful? My mother was dating our butler for most of my life, and I had no idea. Sorry, back to the point. If you could receive this letter and perhaps continue on marrying me today, I would greatly appreciate it, but if otherwise, we may have to vacation in France. Many kisses. I miss you. Come home. I'm sorry, Florence.
Could I spend a resolve token?
Oh
for
no,
Roger?
here it goes.
What?
I would like to spend a resolve token. We have to decide which one of these two it would belong to, but I feel like this letter might be intercepted by one of Roger's friends, Juliana Hunt. I feel like Juliana would love to have this information. I think that she would find this letter particularly exciting to have. Yeah.
Oh, I'm fine, but yeah, Juliana's super on board with getting this letter.
All right.
Would this go to Edward, or would this go to Florence, this resolve token?
Me, I think, because if
Florence.
they don't get it, I don't get married.
Oh, you might.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I think Florence gets one.
Oh, yeah. Florence, I'm gonna give you Roger's resolve token, leaving him with no resolve tokens inappropriately, so that you know
For the best.
so that your best friend Juliana might get this letter. But Edward's gonna be at that wedding.
Best friend.
Oh, don't worry. Oh, yeah. No, Edward will be there.
Oh yeah, because we have to have that one happening, right?
We still have the whole pageant to get through first, and it's going to be an interesting pageant for sure.
A doozy of a show.
A doozy.
Cuthbert will
Doozy,
drag
what am I
Edward to
saying?
that wedding. I'm just gonna tell you that's gonna happen.
Anyone else? Any letters? Missives? I think you will receive just a short note, Scarlet, from your good friend Elle. It'll just be signed Elle, and it'll say, the boat is in the harbor. I don't know why I suddenly became Scottish, but I will change that. The boat is in the harbor. It is ready to depart. The carriage will be at the address. It will be a short trip, and then a very long one. Your package will arrive safely. Or not. Signed
And
Elle.
just like a little missive to Lady Lydia Atherton, inviting her to tea because sometime today, during the day, because what's going on? That's all. Just like what was that? Just drop that off.
Yeah, I think that's everything. All right. Well, with all our letters written, that takes us to the last cycle of our story. But first, we will have a quick break I'll stretch and refresh my very empty beverage. Go get yourself some absinthe or whatever it is you prefer, and we'll see you again in just a few minutes. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. I hope you had a refreshing break. We have a lot to resolve in not a lot of time, so I think we're just going to kind of jump straight back into it. But if you are just joining us, welcome into the last part of our 3-part series of our extension of the previous show. So if you're a little confused, that's okay. It'll still be fun, but you can always go back and watch the other episodes over on Tablestory's YouTube channel. That could be a great opportunity to just be like, I liked these characters. I liked what was going on. We're going to go watch it. You can also support Tablestory by subscribing or checking out their Patreon. They produce a whole bunch of RPG shows here, so just stick around and enjoy this sweet, sweet drama that is about to unfold. But we are playing Good Society, or the system is Good Society. It is a Jane Austen style novel. Some folks had some questions about it, but you can go check it out. It's done by story brewers, as in like brewing beer. Or tea, or coffee, whatever it is you prefer to brew, like stories. And we're gonna jump pretty much right back into it. So we left off with a bunch of letters being written on the day of the wedding pageant, and we're not sure if the bride and or the groom are going to be there or get married. We have had a recent change in main actor of the pageant. We've learned some interesting things about what this script they might be using. So it could be an interesting adaptation of what was the name of it? What was the name of the play? A holiday song. A holiday song. The story of Dr. Grouch, the grouchiest grouch who learns the true meaning of the holiday period.
It's called a holiday song, but it's not yet a musical. Is absolutely killing me right now.
No. Also a Christmas Carol, not a musical. The Muppets version of the Christmas Carol.
A very good point. A very good point.
It's clearly the only accurate version is the one with music.
Didn't think about that, man.
So, where do we want to begin with our last novel phase? And as a reminder, we won't do reputation. So we're going to do novel, and then we'll do the epistolary, which is letter writing, and it kind of ends up being our denouement, our where the character is now, however far forward you want to jump.
Edward would like to go and see Florence.
He wrote her a letter, but that was not sufficient because he still hasn't gotten a reply.
Yes, exactly, because the person who was supposed to, he knew was going to deliver her response, did not deliver a response to him.
Or the little urchin did, but just to someone who looked like Florence because was wearing Florence's wedding dress, perhaps.
Why would she be wearing the wedding dress on the day?
So creepy. I hate her.
That would be the worst thing to do
Florence definitely got my letter. I just didn't receive a response.
So much worse.
Yeah, she really has.
She's the best.
No. She's a snake, and we do not abide snakes.
She's a cold-hearted snake. Look into her eyes.
To be fair, you did ruin her wedding, though.
Yeah, you did.
I mean, did we ruin her wedding? Or did she
There was
ruin
a lot
her own
going
wedding?
on there.
We don't know a lot about how Juliana is behind her
It
door.
might have been Cuthbert's fault because Gregory was the one who ran away with her at the time fiance.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I don't think
And then
you
they
need to
got in
assign
an
blame.
accident.
Yeah, okay.
I just feel like
She
I
really
like that we
was
haven't fully
forged.
fleshed out what happened in that plot line. It was just like something dramatic happened, and Gregory has not talked about it.
Yeah.
Like was Robert his rebound after Cuthbert?
yes.
Yeah, it was.
Yes.
Gregory's like he plays off really nice, but there's a dastardly side to him.
Well,
where
he's
he
in love with
steals people's
Cuthbert.
husband.
Yeah.
And also he's super fine with some murder, apparently. He's like, I've got a shovel, we can kill Roger, and I can bury, like, I'm good at burying. Like, I'm just saying.
Look, when you're poor, life is hard, and he's done what he needs
And
to
murder
do to get
is
by.
free.
You can't buy me murder.
I just took a sip, Lexi, and I nearly choked. Don't do that to me.
That was the best. That is the tagline of the show.
Murder is
Okay.
free.
I would like,
Kidnapping,
I'm
though, more.
storming I'm storming to the Ashby estate.
I
Okay.
assume across the heath.
Across the heath, I walked here. I'm livid. I got
You're
a lot of
showing up
emotions.
muddy on our wedding day. I'm so over you. Okay.
So
when he comes in, of course, I'm going to say that Cuthbert would like
He's
to swoop
late
you up.
to his fitting
Yeah,
for the brocade
yeah.
vest.
Yeah, I would like to swoop him up before he could actually see Florence to get you fitted.
No. I'm storming this castle.
Yes,
Right
yes.
now.
Edward, I'm so glad you're here. We have to speak
Cuthbert.
for your vest. Come.
The vest
Let's
doesn't
go.
matter. I need to speak to your
No,
sister
the
right
vest
now.
does matter.
Is that
How could you
Edward?
say?
Edward,
How could you
I
say
knew you
that?
would come.
Yeah,
Florence, you have not responded to my
You
letter.
cannot see each other. You cannot see each
Cuthbert,
other.
please.
That is my
Florence.
fiance. Please. It doesn't matter if his brocade vest doesn't fit. Come with me.
What
Florence.
doesn't matter. First we have no
I'm getting really tired of not being listened to right now. Florence, I have not received a letter back from you. I have half a mind to marry you just to spite Roger and you in this moment.
Hold on.
You know what,
Did
if
say
we
you're
got
gonna
married
marry me
anyway?
to spite me. What?
Roger has claimed to take everything. Everything from me. And honestly, I don't care anymore. I don't care. And you know what? I bought you a cottage. It was a surprise, and I was going to tell you about it. And, well, I guess I will go and live in that cottage by myself.
Edward,
Except
before you get
that I will marry you. But just so that Roger can't have you. And both of you will be miserable for the rest of your lives.
Edward, darling, I don't want to marry Roger. I did write you a letter. We have a bunch of thieves in the post office. Could we take a deep breath? I love you. Thank you for the cottage.
Wait, you're breathing strangely. Are you?
We're
are
gonna
you
get married.
pregnant?
God,
No? I think she's in labor.
And Roger is a butt cheek. So if we could just forget about him. And
Can I kill him? Am I allowed?
No,
Am I allowed to kill him?
Hey, could you come with me into this room over here and shut the door? Cuthbert, you already know what it's about. Don't try to eavesdrop. Come on in. Into this room.
Oh, why would Cuthbert know? We've been in this room many a time.
Edward, please, now's not the time to reminisce. Now that we're alone, I would like to tell you that Scarlet visited me at approximately 3 in the morning last night, and she gave me this. Well,
Is it a purse?
well, hold on. She gave me this.
What is it? A tincture?
Paralyzing potion.
A paralyzing potion.
So if you promise to keep a very good secret,
It's
darling,
a very strange wedding gift.
No, it's not for you. Give
I
that
mean, the night can... Oh,
I will be, well, not me specifically. Cuthbert is making Roger part of the play, and then Roger is going to consume the potion in a hot cocoa mixture, and then he will be paralyzed, and then he will find himself on a boat that Scarlet has arranged for, where he will end up in heaven knows where. I'm not even sure. And if this makes me the villain, I'm okay with it. I just wanted you to know before you married me that I plan on poisoning a man, specifically your business partner.
I kiss her.
It's a good
I
kiss.
feel like at that moment is
a
when
really
like
good
one of the
kiss.
servants who is definitely still in the room just goes just like walks out a different door. No, whatever.
So-
They've seen that
so-
before. You think your mother never poisoned anyone?
So, darling,
Yes, love.
we like Scarlet now. Is that?
Oh, yes.
Is that what's happening?
I know that she's not technically your birth mother, but I do think that she is, I mean, she gave me a potion to get rid of our largest problem. The problem that may have stopped us from enjoying our beautiful wedding day. And also from potentially ruining our lives. I don't know. I don't like the looks of that man, and he tortures children. So
Oh, he was definitely going to ruin our lives. He
I
told me
think
so
that he
earlier
also
today.
is the one that kicked you off your horse, darling. I just have a
Frankly, now I'm
sneaking suspicion.
very unsuspicious. Yes, you're probably correct.
Yeah.
Well, good. Shall we get married?
Well, yes, I have terrible news. You remember the pageant's happening at the exact same time that we get married in the background, correct?
Yes.
Okay, or we're getting married in the middle. Actually, maybe we should go talk to Cuthbert.
Yeah, good idea. Yes.
Okay, perfect. Cuthbert, I'm done telling secrets now. Could you perhaps trim up his vest and also tell us how this wedding's gonna go down?
I wasn't eavesdropping. It just looked like I was. Because, like, when you open the door, like, he's...
Oh, your back needed a good stretch, darling. I understand.
Oh, yes. Also, I had a thing with my ear. I was just scratching it on the door. Darlings, so... The answer to the question that I did not overhear because I was not eavesdropping is, you see, there's a moment in the holiday song where the young Critchett, right? And there's a whole thing where he wants to get... Anyway, your wedding is going to be inside the pageant. You see, it's going to be like a moment, pageant, and then at the big happiness when Dr. Grouch realizes he's not going to be Grouch anymore, he's going to then go and say, oh, let's have a wedding, and then we're going to...
However, isn't Roger playing the Grouch? Didn't you invite him to play Dr. Grouch?
Yes, so we can murder him.
I don't think he'll make it by that point, and I do think, Cuthbert, you kept yourself as the understudy of Dr. Grouch, of course.
What?
You're the understudy.
Of Dr. Grouch. So we'll
Yes, of
poison
course.
him, first section, he'll disappear, you'll take over.
Oh, I plan to poison him at the end for the big dramatic moment where he'd pass out right when the wedding was going to start. It would be like, oh, and then he's done, and then the wedding happens, and it'll be like, and we would celebrate.
You know,
That's
darling,
not how
darling,
Dr. Grouch ends.
I don't want to get married over a dead, well, not dead, but paralyzed body.
Oh, wait.
Was that too
I
picky?
could take it
Am I
or
being
leave
too
it.
picky, darling?
No. But you're saying that perchance there's still a chance for me to play Dr. Grouch.
Yes, why don't you just give him a beverage before the play starts, and then you can be Dr. Grouch, and we can have this all taken care of before the pageant even begins.
Incredibly clever. We'll use the invitation as a ruse.
I just thought it
Yes,
was
he'll
more
come,
dramatic.
he'll be ready in makeup, and you'll hand him a beverage, and you'll say, this is traditional. You have to drink this beverage before you go out on stage.
But then it doesn't
And
happen
then you will
on
take his
stage.
place. Yes, well, that's fine. It happens behind the stage, and then you can go out on stage.
Right, but if it happens on the stage, how dramatic is that? He falls out.
Cuthbert, I posit you an opportunity here. How dramatic are
Grouch.
you?
I know you
Surely
are
you could
thinking
be more
it over,
dramatic than a man passing out. Cuthbert, you're better than that.
but It's a shame to say that you are even near that when you are 100-fold over that.
Oh, well.
I say we hop to it. There's a Christmas song to be sang.
Oh, yes. Well,
Take this.
could I perhaps poison the first cup? I can get young Thomas Sebastian just to give him the cup, and then he passes out in the first act, and then I dramatically swoop in to save the play.
Incredible. You take this, you do whatever you want artistically, and nobody gets hurt but Roger.
Edward,
Yes.
could I speak to you for like 2 seconds secretly so that my sister can't hear? You don't have to go anywhere, sister. You can stay right there, actually. But just pretend like you're not listening.
Yes, all right. Yes, Cuthbert?
I'm going to bring forward an idea. And
All
you can
right.
just say no if you're not interested. And I know you're not interested, so just say no and it's fine.
All right.
You know, you are older than I am. I mean, terribly old. And you're going to be my brother shortly, which would make you, you know, the oldest Ashby, except for our mother who's always dying and she can't make it anyway. But it would only be right if I offered you the part instead of me, if you wanted to be Dr. Grouch as my brother, than the oldest Ashby.
But that's so sweet, darling. Edward would hate that. I'm just letting you know. But I'll go back to pretending I can't hear, but Edward would hate that.
Cuthbert, that is incredibly kind and noble, and very lovely. I will admit that perhaps I seem a little bit more against the written word than perhaps my deepest, darkest feelings truly are. See, I do come by it. Honestly, my father was a fan of the arts.
Was he? Oh.
Patron.
Well, probably boring arts, I assume?
Well, the Savannah Players. He did indeed run the Savannah Players. It is a aspect of myself that I do keep quite locked down within my heart. However, Cuthbert, perhaps next year. This one seems best suited for you. Consider it my Christmas gift.
Well, all right, but if you change your mind,
Besides, I won't even be the oldest Ashby until the end of the pageant. So, until then, you're the man.
Well then, I will be the best Dr. Grouch, and I will learn my lesson about the Christmases of the far, far past and the right about now and the Christmas spirit of sometime in the future.
Yes.
Well, if you don't mind, I'm going to be a little bit inappropriate, if you don't mind, right about now. I hope you're ready. Are you ready?
No, but sure.
Give him the biggest hug, and I kiss him on each cheek.
Oh, how European. Yes. Yes, sir, yes. Well done, Cuthbert.
I'm going to go poison someone, and we have to get your vest ready.
Yes, the vest.
If you see Lady Atherton, tell her that we're going to have... will you... Florence, will you run interference a little bit for me? Oh, maybe you'll be too busy. Oh, someone should. I've got to go vest. Poisoning. Ta.
Oh,
Well, that was beautiful. So, we have some plans. I think maybe it makes sense for us to jump straight to the pageant, or like the pre-pageant drink that we're going to be offering Robert. Is Cuthbert the one who's going to be giving it to him?
No, it's going to happen on stage in the beginning.
Right.
So
that's
I can
right.
sweep
Cuthbert
in dramatically
has decided it.
in the most dramatic way. I mean,
I think that means it's you, Lauren, that gives out the poison.
yes.
Is
yes.
it me?
As a baby.
As I have the drink. Yes, good. I feel like poor Thomas Sebastian Atherton gets like upgraded from the ghost choir to like
Yes. Little Bob, the little one, the one with the what's his name? Tiny, what's his face?
Tiny Tim?
Tiny Tim.
Tiny
Or
Tim.
Tiny Tom, because it's
Tiny Tom.
not the
Tiny Tom.
play.
So, do we have anything we want to do prior to the beginning of this play? So I think we see the opening, and I'm gonna need some assistance with this because I know what the opening might look like if it was a holiday song, but I'm not sure what the opening might look like if it was a holiday song as adapted by what is the name of your manuscript? What is the name of the manuscript?
Frick, I keep forgetting.
A Holiday in Mayford.
Oh no, it would have to be like a holiday in Mayfield. Is what it would be called.
Okay.
Because it's not Mayford, it's Mayfield.
You're right. You're right.
It's a holiday in Mayfield.
April Field.
It's a holiday in April Field.
April Field.
And it would start off in a manger, where where there are two servants.
One of them shirtless.
Yes, one of them is shirtless, having sort of like a conversation about the news which is going to be happening. So it's got like a bunch of like a little bit of like pre-scandal gossip, and there's a lot of discussion about churning butter, and also working the fields. It's there's just a lot of discussion about working the fields and how tiring it is to churn butter, and what is going to be happening that evening, where.
But I also feel like, just to make things a little bit more awkward, like it opens with a child. I feel like, a little Sebastian stepping on stage being like, "Good evening and welcome to our adaptation of a holiday song called A Holiday in April Field." Penned by, what's your pen name?
That's the problem. That's the reason why he got disinherited in the first season, because he doesn't use a pen name. He uses his own name. He just puts his whole name out there with the Ashby name all over it.
As directed by Lord Cuthbert Ashby. We open upon a scene. In a distant heath, there are two gentlemen strapping young servants found in a stable. They are churning butter as they discuss the events that shall unfold in this wintry season. And then the ghost choir starts singing. And it's just a song all about butter churning. The butter shall be churned up and down, up and down. But it's like a choir of children singing the song. And maybe that is the moment that Cuthbert realizes something might be wrong with his script. But then the Savannah players are clearly the people playing the shirtless servants. Clearly, all of the adults are Savannah players, and all of the children are of the town.
I might pass out because I think I might have lack of oxygen to my head because that was too funny, but it's fine.
So I'm not really sure where that goes, but we can all be. You're all in various locales around this backstage. There's a lot of mingling. There's probably some mince pies being consumed.
Holiday in Aprilfield has a lot of there's a lot of comedies of error where there's a lot of like, oh, I think you're so and so, but really you're so and so. So it's a lot of
mistaken identity.
It's a lot of mistaken identity.
But there's still all of the key elements of it being a holiday song. Like all of the major events of a holiday song are still happening, and we're not really sure how that happens. So it'll be like, and now the ghost of Christmas past, but it's like the entire scene is a series of acrobats from the Savannah players, like in sort of suggestive poses constantly, and then there's an elephant. But then he's like, I see the elephant. Yeah.
The ghosts are just different Adonises.
Yes.
that come, and Dr. Grouch has to kind of accept something within himself with each of the ghosts.
But we start with really the first scene. We're going to be Roger is playing the role of Dr. Grouch. So we have this opening scene. They've laid bare. Our shirtless Savannah players make their way off of the stage, and this is the moment where we are first introduced to Dr. Grouch. But I also feel like somehow perhaps maybe a Lady Scarlet has a key starring role as well.
Yeah, because in my version of the play, Lady Red totally has a starring role in this production, of course. Because she's like also our narrator, and she's like Lady Red is like the best in all.
I'm imagining like a raunchy version of the narrator from Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat,
and also Little Mae West. You know what I mean? Like, and she's just like oh, is that an elephant's trunk? Are you happy to see me? Like, she's got her she's got all her business.
I will. So I came prepared with this costume because I was promised a certain costume for this play. I will be in a pants as a stage and dressed up like a man, but very feminine, like still tied my hair up like man in the
you're still very pretty
sense. Yeah. Well, no, it's
you're playing
like
man.
Somebody pretending like. I don't know. How would I put it?
Are you just Viola from 12th Night? Like
I feel like a little bit more maybe Marlena Dietrich. Just like
little drag
hot
king
lady in a tuxedo.
Yeah. The hot lady in a tuxedo, and
you are clearly Dr. Grouch's business partner in this play, right? Because he has the Marley and Marleys, and there's some sort of business partner, and you're coming in, and
yes,
then you will summon the child, perhaps.
Yes. Oh, I dare say we have struck well in this market today. Although we toss and turn all through the night, we shall get the shipment right into the docks we swept. Our ship was berthed quite adept. Wouldn't you say, my business partner?
Yes. Our business has done well. And it is here that you can tell that nothing could go wrong. And so we burst into song.
And then the ghost choir starts. We burst into a song. I just want to point out, I don't know how many of you have heard a lot of carol concerts where there are children in them, and it's a lot of young boys who are all basically sopranos at this point, and so it's all very high pitched.
Yeah.
But it sounds beautiful. That's the ghost choir.
We burst
Bring
into
forth
song.
The burst into song.
We
And bring forth the drink so we might share, and maybe the night could
And-
have a little more. We
And there
could
shall
share.
be no care. And what is this line here? Okay. Morley, you are looking handsome today, and you seem very tired. Do you? What is this?
Do you want your customary beverage? I have come to serve it to you today.
Oh, yeah.
Just how you ask for it every night, Dr. Grouch. And
Yes.
perhaps your good slumber shall stay.
This will drink deeply of this cup. The cup.
Drink deeply of the cup while I do
But Morley, I have something to say to you. I have feelings, but first I drink, and then it will be that I think of my.
Oh, thy breathlessness has seen my beauty, it seems. Must we rush into the bedroom? Or not into the paperwork?
Oh no, it's probably bedroom. That's the line.
Bedroom.
And then a bunch of shirtless, like, Savannah player acrobats all come in and they're like, we shall escort you to your dreams. But they're also, like, gleaming abs, and they all pick him up in his very rigored form and then escort
Can I
him
have a
backstage.
Can I have a moment? Because I go and, check, or not check, but there's a point where I have to go and embrace the Ceres, because I'm leading him to the bedroom, the boudoir.
Oh, yes. Obviously.
And then I'm gonna have. Who is tacky now?
And I feel like you say that. We take him backstage, and then just a bunch of stagehands just shove a sack over his head. And then whoop!
And Cuthbert is going to have to come on stage, right? Cuthbert's like, I'm ever so sorry when there's been some sort of mishap.
The scene just keeps cutting between Cuthbert saying this and then the stagehand like dragging this sack and then like throwing it into a carriage. We never actually see Loki. They're just like a person with a mysterious hat like flipping a coin up and down.
I'm so sorry. It seems as if Roger Stillwater has been called away on business almost immediately.
Horse rides off into the distance.
Something to do with his business in India, I think, or something. So unfortunate, he's been called away immediately, and he cannot continue on with the role of Dr. Grouch in an adaptation that is so surprising to me. Talk to her. Anyway, so I'm going to be stepping in at last minute. We probably should not do the ghost of holidays to come. That one we should skip. We're going to.
There's the ghost of happy endings too. At
Yes,
the end.
also the ghost of happenings. There are 2 more ghosts that we're just not going to happen to. We're just going to have the wedding after the second one. To the lily white boys, clothed all in green, ho ho. One is
Ghost
one
choir.
and all alone, and everyone shall be so.
I would like to use a resolve token. I would like to give you, Lauren, a resolve token that in one of the coming scenes.
Coming scenes?
Yes.
One of the next. No. Wait a second.
Oh, I just needed to clarify.
In one of the next scenes, Sebastian gets excited to see that Cuthbert has replaced.
Oh, yes.
And
Yes.
accidentally calls Cuthbert
Something.
not his name.
Yes. I like
Dr.
this.
Grouch, you mean?
Yes.
No, he'll call him Dr. Crouch
Thank you.
for sure. I agree. I think this is great.
Ooh, Gregory's gonna be there in the
Yes.
in there.
Oh,
yes,
definitely at
he's
the
gonna
front in
be
the front
there.
row right now watching.
Front row, please.
I'm pretty sure Gregory is a stagehand.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. He's
He's
shirtless,
now
too.
he's like just on the winch, whatever, like whatever theatrical.
Nothing's happening.
Someone thought he was in the cast, so they came up and oiled him anyway. They're just like, oh yeah, you need to get done too.
Yep, that's the makeup artist. I also feel like maybe we have a moment where Mildred is backstage, and so I think there's a lot of stuff happening backstage while there's a lot of stuff happening front stage. Like we've got people taking this very heavy man-shaped sack to a carriage. It's very strange, but somewhere back here is the original version of the script too. Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. I
Yes.
don't know if I would give a token for anything, but I do kind of want one final word from Florence to Roger. If there's a way,
yeah.
possible,
Well,
like,
that can
who do
totally
I give
happen.
that?
I mean, you can see them drag a sack.
Because I imagine
Oh,
she's overseeing the
1000%.
kidnapping because she's
like,
all right,
I'm like leaving the room where I'm getting ready, and I see the sack being dragged past by some muscly men, and I'm like, oh, hold on, please, thank you very much. And then I'm assuming he's on the ground, so
They
instead
just
of having a last
drop it.
word, Florence puts her boot on the body's chest and just says, have a good day, and then walks over Robin's body and continues on towards her wedding.
Oh my god.
Stop.
Iconic.
iconic. So good.
These boots were made for walking, chat. So.
That's just what they'll do.
Oh, I love it.
Okay, so Millie, you would like Millie to be backstage?
Well, I think somehow
She's got a
Millie's
delivery
looking
to
for
make.
books, and she might discover some other things while she's sifting through perhaps the dressing room that our dearest.
I've got it. Millie's
Roger
got a
was in.
whole stack of paper she'd like to deliver.
And
Is
I
there
feel like
perhaps an
maybe she'll
intermission?
find them. I mean, here's an important question: would Millie
No, she wouldn't
care
wait.
that it was the it
She
was a
would bring
scene?
him onto stage. Okay, I got it. Let it go. Hey, Cuthbert, could you just continue on like you're just singing a song on the stage, please?
Oh, yeah, yes, of course. And so the ghost of Christmas, of holidays sort of around now.
Christmas, Dr. Grouch! It's
Oh.
me, the angel of Christmas paperwork! And
Ooh.
it slides into your hand like 4 accounting
Oh.
books and the real script on top of the whole thing.
Ooh, the
And
ghost.
she is, and she takes like a really luxurious bow, and she like nearly touches her forehead to the ground, and she gets back up, and she's like, "Angel is gone," and then she leaves.
Oh, that angel has reminded me of how parched I am and how hot it is in the room. Oh, ghost of Christmas right about now. Perhaps we should go and, oh my. Oh, we're going to cut these next few lines. Children's choir? Oh my. And
like, oh, as Mr. Grouch would say, and it is time to know. Perhaps I have learned something of myself, and now it is time to go. I will see how everyone looks while I go off stage and read these books, and so it is that Lady Red, who is
Mr. Grouch, wait! You have to have your customary drink that I have brought for the second ghost.
Oh, right. Oh, yes, I'm going to drink the drink. I hope it's not the drink I think. Oh, young page of mine, I hope that this is a different time, and so I'll drink the drink today.
I was told that it was your favorite drink
I hope it's okay.
by my mum. She said it was your favorite drink and you always like it.
Hope it's not a poisoned cup. Oh well,
Why would
bottoms
I
up.
poison your cup, Daddy?
As I drink it. I feel like
Could I spend a resolve
Just
token?
straight absinthe.
But resolve token that all like at that one point, the music and everything
all the choir
cuts. The music cuts, and that's the loudest thing in the room.
And I would like, could I also say that maybe this is a point when Cuthbert
And then you
is
just
choking?
hear something from backstage crash and just, what?
You see like piercing Lady Lydia Atherton's piercing eyes, like kind of a very dramatic fan, and she's like, oh snap, the cat's out of the bag.
Oh, so sad. I feel like I should be able to get some sort of resolve token for the residue of the poison still being in the cup. So I'm partially paralyzed or paralyzed only briefly. So that when he says "Daddy," I freeze because I'm paralyzed by like the residue of paralysis.
I have
juice.
one to give, and I will give it to you for that moment only, but only if you pretend that both your feet are asleep for the rest of the play.
Yes.
Thank you. I've given it to you.
So he says "Daddy," and like I'm drinking my absinthe, but there's like a little bit of residue of our.
Whoops, I mean Dr. Grouch.
Holding all the books.
I'm sorry, I got my line wrong.
And the Christmas jingle coming through. Da, 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 da. There's just improv just random
Feathers.
I think I probably like come up like, oh yes, that was a good drink, sir. And then I sort
And
of
then a bunch of
take over.
stations like
dragging
push you
him
off.
Yeah, I'm like grabbing him to like get him off the stage.
And Edward has to finish
Sebastian
the
comes
show.
with you.
Do you
In
think
my
that
place.
at this point the audience thinks that every drink is paralyzing? Everyone is just like, show?
Yeah. Oh, such good acting.
And Edward
And yeah,
has
no,
to do the
Edward now
last
has to be
ghost.
Dr. Grouch.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, that seems like the old Grouch is gone.
His goal.
He's gone.
He will find he is gone, and I am not. So what shall I learn from this?
A wedding! A wedding!
A wedding.
Oh, yes.
The choir starts. They think that's the cue. A wedding! We're having a wedding today!
We're having a wedding today.
Florence slow marching down the audience up onto the stage.
Oh,
She's very confused and in pain, like pained in her face, like, oh, sweet, merciful Jesus.
I turn and I look at her. The glory of my future wife. Coming up the aisle. Will you take my hand, my darling? Will you stay a while?
For life, I think that's how the contract works.
For life, that's how the contract works.
Well,
Then Cuthbert has recovered a little bit from his, because there's been like 20 minutes of Edward as being Dr. Grouch, and Cuthbert has recovered a little bit from his paralysis because it was only a light bit, and he comes on stage with the manuscript as the Bible, but it's the manuscript instead, and he's got Sebastian on his shoulder, and he walks up and he's like, and so we shall have this wedding. Is there anyone here who will give away the groom? Anyone? Is it anyone to give away the groom?
Oh, yes, actually, there is, out of behind, very dressed up, is... His mom. His actual mom.
I'll give him away.
Mother? Mother, you were missing. What are you doing here? I'm so
I have joined
glad.
the circus.
You've joined the circus?
I have joined the circus.
Why on earth would you join the circus, Mother?
To avenge myself.
All right.
Support that. I think she's doing a great thing, Edward. Just nod.
All
Your
right.
father ran away to the circus, and I wanted to know what it was all about. I wanted
Is it
to know
nice?
why. And I understand now. The lights. The adoration of people. I understand it. I still hate him, but I understand. And you have some of your father in you, but only the good parts of your father.
There were good parts?
There were.
He had that handsome smile, remember, darling?
Oh, did you just call me handsome?
Very handsome.
may
We're
have
getting
been-
married.
Selfish. Greedy. But
Well, I
also
would also...
cared.
Yes. I would also like to suggest another person to help give the groom away. Miss Scarlet.
Who?
Would you please come forward and stand with my mother?
Yes, I think I would like that a lot.
And I'm going to move to bring my dear friend Scarlet up onto the stage, but I'm going to trip and fall before I get right to her, because there's probably a little bit of a drink, because I imagine that when Roger sort of drank his drink, there's some liquid on the floor, and I'm going to trip and fall. I'm going to fall onto, if you do not mind, if you stand this, I will fall onto Lady Scarlet. And I suspect that when I do, in a bit of a rumple, so terrible, a necklace that you're wearing underneath your outfit probably falls out so that I might see it. Would you allow?
I will allow.
So this bit of a tumble. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Feet are asleep, so.
My feet are asleep, so this makes it very difficult to walk. And I look up the.
Oh dear, no, please, that's the only thing I have left.
I look at it and I go, it's a necklace with a ring on it. And I look at the ring and I go, dear, wherever did you get this?
Well, it's. I'm sorry. So this is a lot of emotions happening right now, but that's the only thing I have of my father.
What? Sister, I hope you don't mind. Slight pause on the wedding. We're going to do it. One moment. William?
He's standing like right behind you.
Oh,
Yes. I'm here.
isn't this your ring? I remember you wearing it when I was a child.
I lost that ring when I went on vacation. On holiday to the colonies.
But
At the behest of your father. Your other father.
But what does this mean?
Why would you
William?
have it, dear? Oh.
Oh.
Does the name Elizabeth mean anything to you?
Yes. I knew
Florence.
her a long time ago.
I'm listening, Cuthbert. I've got it. Yep, I hear that.
I just cover my face so the audience can't see. Dear, could you do a little bit of forgery really quickly? Just.
Oh, yes.
Forgery.
Right now, Cuthbert, we're getting married.
Pulls like a forgery kit out of her wedding dress.
In my wedding dress. Darling, it'll only take a minute. What is it, Cuthbert?
Just if she's our sibling, which means that, well, she should be,
On our birth
instinctive.
certificates, and I pulled both of them out. I pulled both of them out. I have a blank one. Scarlet Ashby. And I roll it up and hand it over to Scarlet.
As the minister of these proceedings, don't worry about it. It's an offshoot. I would like to say that it is only most appropriate that our dearest Eleanor Pembroke give away our groom, and also on the other side, also giving away the groom, my dearest sister, and of the most aristocratic breeding, someone who has the utmost respect and should always live within good society, Scarlet Ashby. It's all signed. It's all legal, just so you know. This is very old paperwork. It's not
We won't talk about
Look at
how
that
she
tea
was
stain.
my stepmother as well, so I suppose my stepmother is now to be my sister-in-law.
How
But
scandalous.
it'll work.
Good.
How scandalous.
Cheers.
Kiss her on both cheeks.
Yes.
Is Victoria Ashby like in the crowd at all?
I feel like she didn't even come, dude.
She doesn't even make it to the wedding.
She's napping.
I feel like she's there. She's like in the front row.
She's in the back, like snuggled up in 8 blankets.
William just like pats her. He's like, "It's all right, dear. You knew already. Remember, I told you about Elizabeth."
I can't believe you don't remember the things you don't tell me.
Well, it is. Yes.
You just have another.
I mean, I
daughter
understand. You are quite a man.
now. We have another daughter now.
Mom! So embarrassing on my wedding day. Mom.
How scandalous! A secret sister of the Ashby estate. Oh, it's so much scandal. It's so exciting. That said, someone should now give away the bride.
Well, Cuthbert, you could do it. Or Papa or Mama, they're all here.
But, all of us can. I love you, dear, and you'll be a
William?
great wife.
Would you give away my sister here in
course,
public,
yes.
in front of everyone, because you are...
I am your servant in your household, and I am standing in the stead of your dearly departed father.
Yes. Servant
Yes.
William. Sorry, Papa was a misspoke. I miss him.
Yes.
I am father not in blood, but in name.
Yes. Yes.
As such a close father-like figure.
Father figure.
Shall we?
Yes.
Since the loss
We had-
of my dear husband, who is definitely their father.
Yes. Lord Ashby, the aristocrat, is definitely our father.
Here's the thing. If your Lord Ashby is not the father, then none of you are Ashby.
It's true. Yeah. And Cuthbert's like, oh, yep, not that one.
There are only so many secrets that can out today. I would say, for those asking how hot William is, like, I imagine him as like the sexy Colonel Sanders type.
Oh. Okay. All right.
He's like almost like that Sean
Colonel.
Connery-esque,
Yeah, he's-
almost Colonel.
He's also like 40.
Yes, he's just not that old.
You know, actually, he's actually quite built.
I would say like Victoria's 39, so
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
maybe slightly older than her, but he's like not in his 50s. He's like Gregory but older.
Yeah.
You know, he's got that silver
I mean,
fox thing.
I
He's
could be
probably
bedridden for
attractive
more
in
than
his
one
50s.
reason.
Oh my
And that's all in the manuscript. It's all in the manuscript.
Yeah, I can't wait for Act 4.
I throw up at my own wedding, it sounds like.
Shall we get married? Is that
Please. I feel
Yes.
like I'm in a fever dream.
as
And
do
so-
Oh
I.
no! And then like Penelope rushes forward. She's like, "You cannot have fever."
What a caring friend. It was just a figure of speech. A figure of
Are you well? Are you? I just.
I am what she's
Dear God,
adding
can we please
viciously.
get married?
Please, Penelope.
We
So
are
embarrassing.
gathered here today to join this man and this woman in holy matrimony.
Why does he have to sing it?
I don't understand. He said it was in a musical.
And then,
You know what? This is a fever nightmare. It's not a dream. It's a nightmare.
Quite horrible,
Waking.
doesn't it, darling? Just hold my hands and let's pray we get through it quickly.
Okay, yes.
Do you, Edward?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
Yes,
finished
I do.
with them.
This is
Do
all right.
you, do you take my dearest sister to be your ever-loving wife forever?
I do. I
Happen
do.
to hold
Yes, I do.
in sickness
Sing
and
it,
in
darling.
health.
That one too, yes.
Also, if you fall off your horse.
Even then, yeah.
In all ways.
Yes, every way.
Do you promise to be the best brother to Cuthbert, the best brother-in-law ever?
Pretty sure I already am.
Cuthbert, wrap it up a bit faster.
Right, of course.
Mince pies will
Dearest
get cold.
sister, do you agree to take this man as your ever-loving husband, even if he doesn't like... Oh, I have to write that out because he actually does like poetry now, actually. Who definitely does like poetry.
I think that in a moment of wanting Cuthbert to feel like he's having a moment, she sings back, I do.
I now pronounce you husband and wife.
Husband and wife. Just like a tiny child gets winched up as an angel.
On ropes.
On ropes. It's like the highest pitch voice, the one who would sing the opening to a carol. Lies over all of you while like sexy acrobats like tangle down from ropes, and that is the closing scene of A Holiday Song.
Oh my gosh.
So now that my face hurts.
Oh my
Now that
god.
my face hurts.
I don't know if I'm okay. I think I'm good.
Let me just drink some water, please. It was
me
the
too.
angel that really did it for me.
I was like, how many pageants, or not pageants, how many pantomimes have I seen? Like a good old British panto.
Yeah.
Combined with children's production of the Jesus story. That has a proper name, doesn't it?
Yep.
Nativity. A nativity
Nativity.
play combined with a production.
That's a proper name, doesn't it?
And I will note, as Lady Tabaronius has noted, nobody has realized that Florence is pregnant. It has all been distracted from that.
I will also point out we do see a small child, and if they had a name tag, we would just see Charles Dickens,
Yep.
and being like, I loved this play. I want to write stories when I'm older. Walking off into the distance, like, all right, Charles.
Snowy night.
But maybe it shouldn't be a musical, says the little Charles Dickens.
No, I feel like
Holiday
he probably
song. I
wrote
can
it.
improve that.
Less shirtless acrobats.
I feel like maybe he wrote all of that in, and the publisher just made him cut it.
They're like, nope.
We can't do this for Christmas. Like, but the acrobats are key to the story.
I remember it exactly like this. Oh.
So,
Oh boy.
the wedding has
man.
happened. I will point out you technically did not get married by a priest. So there's probably some paperwork that you sign.
Yeah.
But there's also some paperwork to go through. Cuthbert has recovered the manuscript and has some interesting accounting documents. We see like at least one cutscene of a sack being hurled upon a ship, thrown in the cargo area amongst the trunks. There's probably several other sacks.
And I'm sorry, should Juliana show up after the wedding has ended and
Yes.
like burst into an empty theater?
Yes, she should.
Yes,
She's wearing your wedding
She's
dress.
wearing my wedding dress. She's like, Edwin!
But everybody's gone.
So she just walks home in the snow, dude.
Oh, Juliana.
So what else happens? Do we want to go straight into our letter writing, or do we have any scenes? I feel like maybe there's a couple of. I think we need a.
I think that I think I'm done. Like I feel like
Scene-wise, I'm happy. Otherwise,
Yeah.
actually, the only thing I would like is if somebody can confirm in the epistolary that I'm gonna find out who I owe that money to.
That seems totally fair. So let's go to our epilogue, our final letter writing. You can do these as scenes, or they can be letters, kind of whatever makes the most sense for you. But this is either shortly afterwards or to a long time afterwards. Where might we find some of these characters? What have they been up to now? You can riff off of what we did in the original series too, because I know some of that stuff took place farther in the future than maybe this story did. But
I think
depends on
Florence
how the memory is.
and Edward are back sitting in front of the fire as they were before Cuthbert arrived in episode 1, except she's about to burst and we're just sitting there all toasty. Darling, how are you doing? Are you all right?
My feet, Edward. They're
Do you need
absolutely
anything?
ginormous.
Do you need me to lift them?
Perhaps, yes. That would be nice.
I get up and I'm holding her feet up in the air. Is that better, dear? Darling, is that all right?
Perhaps you would put them on the ottoman, darling.
Oh, yes. I'm ever so sorry. It's very overwhelming. I just want to do the right thing. And I put them on the ottoman and maybe stack a couple pillows. Do you need anything else, darling?
No,
Like a
can we,
drink,
a drink? I can't drink. Perhaps a water, later. I'll ask William. Well, you know what? I would like to amend the fact that perhaps we're at our cottage.
Oh, yes.
Spend all that money on it, and I think we should be
it's
at
true.
it.
Yeah, you're right.
You just needed some peace and quiet
After
before
our
you
hectic
had your baby.
wedding.
Yeah.
I enjoy the silence of the snow in the cabin, but it's something. It feels like something is missing, you know?
Is it Cuthbert?
Yes, I think it's the chaos, darling. I was born from it. I desire it. It's
I can say that perhaps I do feel there is a too quiet emptiness at times. You know, late at night when I feel as though he could almost burst into the room at any moment, shouting
in a song
about absinthe.
Perhaps we
Some
should write
European tradition.
Perhaps we should write Cuthbert a letter and his beautiful shirtless man.
You know, darling, I think it would be a great idea because, please permit me, don't be mad, but it looks as though you're ready to pop, as they say. And it could be nice to have him here. You know, to meet the little one.
Perhaps we could write and ask for all of our friends and family to come. We are in a cottage with merely 10 bedrooms, but I hope we can fit them all.
I'm sure we could, though it would be a tight squeeze. I mean,
We would just be bursting in this 10,000 acre tiny cottage of ours.
yes. I think we should do that.
Perfect. You go ahead and write the letter, darling. I think I'm going to sit here and rest.
All right. And I just write a letter to everyone we know, inviting them for the event of the birth of our child.
I mean, you know, there'll be a
Cuthbert,
christening.
Scarlet. Okay, yeah. For the christening.
Yeah, we dump him in freezing cold lake water. It's a Ashby tradition.
Just by the foot. Dunk him.
We want them to be strong like Achilles.
Except for that ankle thing. I just feel like you should probably, like, just submerge
Double
your
dip?
fingers. Yeah, you know, it's fine.
All right,
dip.
dearest Cuthbert. Surprise, surprise. Turns out we miss you dearly. Our child shall be born soon, and we do hope that you will be there for that time. Well, do let me know if you could be here within, the next couple of weeks. He peers over to her and, like, takes a look. I think it's going to be rather quick. We really, truly do miss you. And, P.S., please bring a bottle of that fantastic absinthe. And perhaps another copy of your next manuscript. Regards, Edward.
I think that there would be a letter that comes back from the estate in Italy saying that Lord Cuthbert is not present, so he was not able to receive your letter. He's not there in Italy, so that's just so terrible.
Oh no.
And I think that's when you would get a letter from Cuthbert.
Can I give you a Can I give you a token?
Yes, I would love one.
Can I give you my last token? As I'm
Please.
writing this letter, you burst through the door.
How did you know? How did you know?
You were already on your way.
Yes.
And then
How did you know? He doesn't get the letter because he's on his way right now.
Yeah.
to the cottage. So
It's like he stood out in the wind and was like, beep, 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 beep.
I like that we're psychic. So, okay, so let's do it this way. You're about to go and deliver that. You have to open the door to sort
Yes.
of put the letter
Ah,
up.
yes. Oh, darling, I shall go and deliver this letter right away.
Of course, be warm. It's cold outside.
Yes, of course. I go to open the door.
Oh, hello. And it's Cuthbert,
Edward?
Gregory, little Sebastian, and many trunks.
Darling?
Yes, I'm coming, but I'm slow and I waddled. I'm coming.
And a bottle of absinthe. 2. Oh,
Darling, I believe your wish has come true.
What are you doing here?
I got lost.
And who is that?
Oh.
Hello, little tyke. How are you doing, darling?
This is Thomas Sebastian.
You look like you're about to pop. Just like,
I do so love when people tell me that. Thank you.
I hope you don't mind. We were just in the area of your cottage in the middle of nowhere on accident. We just thought we'd pop by with absinthe and also a holiday turkey.
I give him a hug.
Gregory.
I give him a hug.
Gregory, they're hugging.
Welcome
Edward.
in. Let me help you with these trunks. Are there 400 this time?
Oh no, we're traveling light. It's a small cottage. We only brought 10, but also
Yes, of course.
a holiday turkey.
Oh, lovely. I do like a good holiday bird.
Yes. Well, dearest sister, have a seat. T.S., go and sit down. Gregory, take care of T.S. Edward and I are going to go and lift some trunks. Come on, let's go, Edward.
Why do I feel like TS is like automatically like seeing books on shelves and he's like bloink, bloink. He's like 6, but he's like 5 at heart, or like 3 at heart.
fun fact. Most kids that I play are basically just tiny gremlins, and they're the worst. Not hands. It's like,
And
oh,
I
what's
think
this?
I think Edward and I
This
go
is
and like
expensive.
carry in all of these trunks into the cottage.
I was like, I point out, is it still Christmas? She's not been
No,
pregnant
it's
for
not
that long.
Christmas. No.
It's just winter, right? Like the end of winter.
If you're about to have your baby and you were like maybe 2 months pregnant in December, it's like
summer.
July.
I was like 6 months.
Who does not
pregnant.
want a holiday bird in July? Sometimes, I mean,
Like we didn't get to celebrate the holidays. We just had the wedding and I left.
Yeah.
So I brought a holiday bird.
Oh my god.
It's July. But isn't there some sort of holiday in July that needs some sort of... I
Christmas
brought
in
food.
July. Please stop asking questions. Time isn't real.
I mean, we could probably push it to like August, and then it's like the Queen's birthday. Is that in August or is that in June?
Well, it's the king
Maybe
right
he's
now.
just
It's the Regency.
bringing.
I feel
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Cuthbert
that's
just
right.
wants an excuse to have a
Yeah.
nice meal. There's nothing. He's just like, oh yes, it's the anniversary of Jubilee.
yeah, Cuthbert, come up with a holiday for us, please. What are we celebrating?
Oh, it's Mayford Day.
Oh,
It's May. Yeah, it's Mayford Day.
It's Mayford
Mayford Day.
lovely.
Our sister, Scarlett, should be arriving anytime soon. You don't mind that I've invited everyone, do you?
No, not at all. I was actually just about to do that. So strange.
Well, I didn't invite everyone, of course. Some people have
Who
not been
did
invited.
you invite?
Oh, Juliana, Roger.
Oh dear Lord, you should
No, I'm
not.
kidding. No, I didn't invite them at all. No.
Oh,
No, please
Cuthbert,
now.
you fibber.
Roger's in prison right now. He couldn't come anyway.
Regular
So-
comedian. He's in prison.
in Australia, I believe.
Australia. Whole country's a prison, I hear.
Oh, I think so. Something to do with dodgy business practices. So strange. About the sort of the paperwork that he left, sort of leaving everything to his beloved Florence. So strange, eh, Florence?
That is bizarre. It's so strange how that could have happened. Just all shrug in unison and just keep going.
I do love your penmanship, dear, he says to his sister.
Thank you. I've just quite a steady hand, don't I?
Oh, by the way, I must say, you look lovely. You're positively glowing.
Thank you very much. Everybody keeps saying it looks like I'm going to explode, and I think it's quite cruel sounding.
No, you don't look like you're going to explode at all. And I mean, I will tell you, if you like, I can give you lots and lots of advice about being a parent. I've been a parent for a whole few months, and I know all about it now.
Ow.
I imagine you only have like Thomas Sebastian with you like once a month, maybe.
He sees him like 5 minutes every day.
Because you're living in Italy and he's still with his mother. Just you come visit sometimes.
Yes.
You write him letters.
Cuthbert, you're so wise beyond your years. I can't believe you're a father. It's shocking.
I know. I'm 24 years old.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing you were even able to produce a child at your ancient
I know.
age.
I'm just
Yes, everyone here is nearly to the grave. Shall we set the table? Are you
Yes.
hungry? Thirsty?
Scarlett?
Yoo-hoo! Hey everybody, look, I got a little present. The mothers are here. And as Edward's coming with us. We have
can you
been
say that
bonding so much lately.
Oh, Mama! Mama! Scarlett, so good to see you. Thank you for coming.
Did they come alone together?
Maybe. Look, she learned a lot about herself while she was getting treated for hysteria.
She learned the treatment for hysteria from Scarlett, perhaps?
Could be self-administered.
If anyone does not know the treatment for hysteria, you should go look it up.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the circus also is very helpful at administering that treatment from time to time.
But
She
the whole
sees
circus?
why. Well, you know, one or two.
Quite a lot of the circus. The circus, you know.
Oh my. Well, so glad to see you doing much better, Mama. You seem livelier.
I feel more alive. I feel as if I was hidden in a shell for so long, lamenting a loss of something that I never really had in the first place.
Can I spend a resolve token to see them holding pinkies like underneath their cloak, but I see it.
Sure.
I just want it so bad. Thank you.
And her hysteria was just completely gone, right, sweetie?
It was. After some time away, different environment around different people. Turned out London was never good for me.
It really is.
No, too much of that stuffy air. Oh, wait, here, so, hold on, give me a second as I fix your hair right there. This is beautiful.
It's like a 20-year age difference. Both of your parents are cougars, Edward.
I love that for her.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Well, lovely. Shall we all sit down? I'm very glad to see all of you. But remember, I'm still British, so we'll keep the European nature of everything. No waltzing, if you know what I mean.
We can't waltz. I'll go into labor.
Well, funny that you mention it. I actually am here for the waltz. You didn't do it, young Edward. So,
I'm sorry, what?
up. Yes.
Excuse me?
Florence, if you would. Up.
I'm gonna. Yes, of course. I'm pregnant.
Take her into your arms.
Yes.
Close embrace.
Yes.
Is this...
Scarlet? Shall
I
we?
would like to say that he is not doing this as awkwardly as one would expect.
Are you trying to say we've been waltzing in our free time, baby?
There's been a lot of free time waltzing.
I'm
And of
enjoying
course
some free birthday.
We see
right
Gregory
now.
just covering Timothy's eyes. Thomas, whatever.
Thomas Sebastian T.S. Like
Of
Elliot.
course, dear brother.
Sight.
It's so nice to say,
And we
brother.
hum the waltz for you both. We hum like a good, like, Chorus of the Bells, perhaps, or Blue Danube, right?
I am
And I
not
think that's
abysmally
the-
bad at it.
That's the scene we'll end on. It was sort of an epilogue. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So Roger's in prison.
He is.
But many people are happy. Juliana probably got married. Who knows?
until the next holiday special, when she's the big bad.
The manuscript was recovered and presumably has been published.
Yes. Yes, it has. Yes, it has.
Hey, quick question. Who's blackmailing me?
Roger,
Okay, all right.
but
good.
he's. It's not a problem anymore, apparently.
I feel
because
like
he's in
you
prison.
found out, right? At some point.
When the
you know.
letters stopped coming, as soon as Roger stopped existing,
Yes.
technically in our
You're
world,
like,
I was like, oh, makes sense.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody, for this wonderful holiday special. This was an absolute delight. I had a wonderful time bringing these characters back and facilitating another just mess of an adventure with them. Thank you, everybody, for having us here. Let's sign off, just kind of say where you can find all these wonderful folks in the meantime. And yeah, it's the holiday season, so I hope everybody has relaxing plans in store that don't involve seeing other people that you don't live with. Let's start with Bonsai.
Hello, everybody. My name is Bonsai Baby. If you ever want to learn how to build stuff, I do that. I basically build stuff on stream, and I'm going to be tomorrow making a Viking gingerbread boat. Yeah, or Viking gingerbread ship. Yes, because we don't do traditional gingerbread here. And there may be a Viking marshmallow roasting funeral. So it's gonna be fun. Fire.
I mean, that sounds delicious.
Yay.
Murgles.
Hello. Hi. I'm Murgles. I'm an animator and a storyboard artist. So if you'd like to see, I'm making an animated film on my stream. So if you'd like to come and hang out with me Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I'm making animated film content. I just finished all my backgrounds. So now I am going into the principal animation phase. So I'll be animating for the next long while. So yeah.
Is the film you're making the holiday in April Field? Is
Yes.
that?
Yeah.
It really shouldn't
it
be.
is.
Don't do that. Not worth
It's
it.
going to be a lot of time adding the glistening to each of the abs,
Yeah.
frame by frame. But yeah,
Sweet. That's all I want to know.
Trooper.
you.
I'm Trooper SJP. I roll dice and tell stories and cause trouble, stir the pot. I don't know. I do those things. This has been so lovely. I adore this cast. I adore these characters. I adore the shenanigans that we come up with when we hang out in the small provincial town of Mayford. I also adore our mom, Victoria Ashby, who's ancient and at 39. So
She's basically a lich.
Basically a lich. Maybe she is a lich. I don't know. That might be in the magic supplement. It's unclear. Thank you for having me here and allowing me to sort of just do some Cuthbert shenanigans. And thank you to my best sister and my brother-in-law and also my sister and mother-in-law. My sister and also mother-in-law. And
It's complicated.
It's complicated. And also, to Random Tuesday, who's one of the best facilitators and who only comes up with the best shenanigans to make us all happy. So thank you. Happy holidays to everybody. That's it. Enjoy the musical. With the children's choir.
How could we not enjoy that musical? Hi! This is my favorite thing. I just have never laughed so hard. It's literally like improving your way through a Jane Austen novel that has gone horribly awry. I love it so much. Anyways, hi, I'm Lexi Games. I played Lady Florence Ashby and Millie. We can't forget about Millie. She's more important than Lady Florence Ashby, let's be honest. I played her. I loved playing her. I wish I could play her forever. Never. I was gonna say till she dies. That's a little morbid. Anyways, I play video games here on Twitch. I'm doing a lot of really exciting stuff today. So later on in the evening at 9 p.m., I'm doing some wine and Among Us with a big group of my friends. But after that, at 2:30 a.m., if you're up, Eastern Standard Time, I will be on Dr. Lubo's channel raising money for Build Against Cancer and doing some fun stuff. I'm playing Phasmophobia by myself. So if you want to make me steal objects from the homes, I will be there doing that. If you want to make me offer myself up as ghost bait, I will do that also. You can spend $25 and make me insult the ghost. For charity! Stay tuned! Thanks for having me. I love y'all so much. Happy holidays!
Thank you. I've been your facilitator, Random Tuesday. You can find me on my own channel doing cosplay and other random stuff. I'm probably going to do some holiday baking at some point this week on stream. Not really sure. Historically, my baking hasn't always worked out, so yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Hey, Random Tuesday, do you remember that moment? It was really, there's a GIF of it actually on your channel where you made cupcakes with little dice on them.
Yeah.
And then it just jumped out of your hand.
It really did. It did. The whole tray, actually, of cupcakes landed on the ground. There's a reason I have a cupcake falling emote. I've lost a lot of cupcakes in my time. Anyway, this has been Good Society, or A State of Affairs. Good Society is the RPG system. You should definitely go check it out. Thank you all for being here, for watching, for enjoying our reprisal of this show. It has been an absolute delight. This cast and this story just fills me with joy. So I hope we can all take some of that joy into this holiday season. Enjoy your time off if you have any, or on if you're doing that. And stay safe and all of those things. Thank you so much, everybody. Goodbye.